continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in Radio Land? How y'all doing in the chat? We got another powerful conversation for you today. So I'm gonna need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Hey, look, thank you for joining me this Friday, April 24th, 2026. It's so many things that we have to cover in the show today, but before I came into the building, remember the two mothers that had the rental scam, Miss Morgan and Miss Winters. We may have some more information on the scam. And remember when I told y'all this last time around on part 2, because we had them in the studio twice this week, and there was a woman that reached out and said that she didn't get scammed. She didn't give them the money because she caught on to the scam sooner, but they did get her information. Like, you know, sometimes they ask for your Social Security, things like that, Zillow, things like that. Well, the scammers, after they gave the information to Zillow, because, sometimes they say they're going to do a background check, they need this information or whatever. Well, they made some of the residents send that personal information to like an email as well. Like Zillow ain't working, or however they said it, can you send that information to this email? So they're taking people's social security number, identity, and we just found out that they opened up an account at a house with We Energy to turn the electricity on at this house right now. So this is what's going on right now. They were on the phone with me before I came into the building, that they took somebody's information and opened up a We Energy's account. So I don't understand why the police haven't shut this operation down. Every day, more people are getting harmed from this group of people. Now, we didn't expose the names. We didn't even put some pictures up. Even the goon mom, she said that the goon that was on there was in jail. Yeah, they've been in jail for the last 5 months, the goon. So I guess hey, it's just a whole bunch of people scamming, running around here doing X, Y, and Z, and people like these mothers who can't even really afford to have this happening because they need to be in a home type situation looking for homes, and they got kids, and now they had to face homelessness due to this situation. And now we got another mother who got her identity taken, and they opened up an account with We Energy with the information. So good thing about that, they got the address from the We Energy account. And so this thing got so many legs, like it got more legs than an octopus. Like I'll tell you this, it's bad, when something happens like this, and then you go to the police and you tell them, and one of the mothers, Miss Morgan, she's collecting information. People are giving information, and she's putting it all together in a bowl for the detectives. And why she told me, she just called and told me that she went to upgrade the information, and the police officer who was taking down the information didn't even file none of the reports. They said that she didn't even have a report filed because the officer didn't even write it down or file the reports. See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, and people get mad when I say this, because this is the truth. They don't care about black people when it comes to a lot of this stuff that's going on. I'm just gonna say it. Michael Jackson said it. You see this mother going through a hardship due to a fraud situation. They know this fraud situation been going on. Yet these people are, to this very day, right now, are out here stealing information from people, and they're out here walking in and out of the house. I can't say that. We know where they at. I'm just wondering why the police ain't came and got them. You can't arrest nobody. I can't put the handcuffs on. No, I'm not in the game like that. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Kanye West said it too. During Hurricane Katrina. I hate to tell y'all this. I know a lot of y'all feel it. A lot of y'all do say this under y'all breath. But I'm just gonna say this on the radio. They don't give a care about black people like that. They don't. And that's why I exist. Because I do. And I'll say this, it's sad. But we gonna get it. We gonna get it popping. We gonna get it popping. It's no way I'm going to continue to allow these people to float in the dark. Now, I can't go, unless they go deputize me. Unless I could get a deputy, if they could deputize me, I can go, hey, you know what? I'm going to go see if the police chief or the sheriff could give me a deputize Tory. Just deputize me. We'll have them sitting out in front of the place. Because how we know where they at? How we get all the information? The people got all the information, and y'all ain't got these people in jail. That's just making me scratch my head. Because now, after you get all the information, and they got the mothers are saying that they didn't even write the information down. She done been to them twice, sending in information to an email that they gave her or something like that, and then they look it up today, and it ain't even in there. So what's that? Hey, this been a tough week. This been a tough week. Sylvia said MPD got their hands full. They trying to find all these murders. I don't care what you're doing. If a mother come in and they filing the report, you file the report. I don't care. You getting paid by tax dollars. I wish I could say that. I got my hands full too. That's why I don't feel sorry for nobody. I got my hands full too. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. My hands is full. My days is full. I don't get paid. I don't get tax dollars to do what I do for people. I don't have no nonprofit like that. So when I look folks in the face, I don't want to hear nothing. You getting paid. This how you feeding your family. You at least should have took the report. If a lot of people getting frauded, single mothers getting frauded, this would have never went on in the suburbs. I'm not taking less. I expect you to do your job. Hey, look, when we come back, we're going to get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Coming with straight truth.
We can do anything when it comes to being organized, when it comes to making sure that we're active, when it comes to making sure that we're holding people accountable and making sure that we get something out of the deal. Y'all don't know how to make deals. Y'all mad at Donald J. Trump because he's trying to make deals or trying to say that he's the master of the art of the deal. Well, okay, what deals is you trying to make?
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home. I'm Sherwin Hughes, and I know the power of Stars and Stripes Honor Flight firsthand. As someone who's been on an honor flight, I can tell you it's a day you'll never forget. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight gives our oldest veterans who served in any location in June of 1975 or earlier a free one-day trip to Washington, D.C. for veterans. Airfare, meals, a coach bus tour, and special flight apparel are all included. It's a day of honor, gratitude, and camaraderie. Veterans who served in the Vietnam or Korean War go to flySSHF.org and ask for an application. education.
This April, it's Financial Literacy Month on 101.7 The Truth, powered by UW Credit Union. Financial literacy isn't just about money. It's about confidence and making smart decisions for your future. UW Credit Union is here to help with free tools, expert guidance, and resources. From budgeting tips to one-on-one financial coaching and self-guided lessons you can access anytime. Because they're not a bank, they're a partner in your financial journey. Learn more at uwcu.org.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't mess with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't mess with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't mess with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. It's either us or them. Cause we don't rock with them. Came from the block where the sirens don't sleep. Late night prayers, mama crying in the street. Young boys lost trying to find what to be. Had to stand tall, put the weight on me.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I had to put this story out there because this was on the docket. Sometimes we get involved in a lot of different conversations during the week. So on Fridays, I try to get the stories that we didn't get to. So I went ahead over to Chicago, where an ex-suburban teacher thought he was meeting a student for extracurricular activities, police say. They busted him. See, they just, in Milwaukee, said that it was a lot of people online, a lot of predators online. The FBI made a statement right here in the city of Milwaukee trying to warn that there's a surplus of people that are online trying to connect with these young kids. And I saw something, an article, or not even an article, but I saw this from FBI Milwaukee. This was on FBI Milwaukee's social media page. FBI Milwaukee Special Agent in charge, Alan Carr, spoke to Milwaukee media about the concerns of increased predatory activity online. Actors against children and at-risk individuals. These predators target kids as a part of a network commonly called 764. Now this just recently. So since I started the Tory Lowe Show, I've been saying this for years. If you got a kid with a phone in their hand, they not safe. Because right now the kid can be in the house with you, and the predator can be in the house with you at the same time, in the inbox, on that phone. But we got some audio from the suburban teacher. This is a teacher now. Thought that they was meeting up, but they got caught up. Let's listen.
Just a few days ago, Alex Whitaker was taken into police custody in the parking lot of this Yorkville McDonald's. This morning, he appeared in a Kendall County courtroom for serious child sex abuse allegations. Alex Whitaker is charged with multiple felonies, including grooming and solicitation of a minor and traveling to meet a child. The 38-year-old had worked for 2 years in Plainfield School District 202 as a gym and health teacher at Aux Sable Middle School, but was terminated from his job last month after concerns about Whitaker's conduct toward multiple female students led to an investigation by school administrators and Joliet police.
As that investigation progressed, detectives identified multiple instances in which Whitaker allegedly attempted to establish personal, non-school related relationships with students.
Police say students became uncomfortable when Whitaker asked for their contact information and social media accounts and made non-sexual physical contact with one student. They took their concerns to school administrators.
I do want to take a moment to acknowledge and honor the tremendous courage it takes to speak up about something so difficult. The victims and families who came forward showed extraordinary bravery.
Joliet police launched an investigation, conducting an undercover conversation with Whitaker for several days this month, in which they pretended to be one of his 14-year-old students.
Oh, wow.
It was mainly by text. He continued to try to move the conversations over to Snapchat.
Police say the investigation culminated in a sting, wherein Whitaker arranged to meet the student at this Yorkville McDonald's for sex. He was then taken into custody, with police searching his rental car.
These items included alcohol, as well as what appeared to be a sex toy on the front passenger seat. A blanket was also observed covering the windows of that vehicle.
Joliet's chief with strong words about the alleged crime.
This case goes way beyond inappropriate communication. It is about an adult who was entrusted with the care and supervision of students, allegedly using that position for personal gains. And people say, Tory, why you always, try to alert the community on this? It's, try to find some ideas, some happier ideas going on. Like, no, like this is what's happening. You living in La La Land. Like, this is a teacher. Understand what I'm saying? So, are the kids truly safe? And I always tell people, you got to make sure that you checking on what adults is around your kids, who's talking to your kids, or what conversations are they having, checking their inboxes on a consistent basis. If the FBI that came out in the city of Milwaukee and said it's a problem out here, I've been saying this. Sometimes y'all need the FBI to tell y'all before y'all, something going on. I've been saying this since I pushed the button to start my show. Like, the first Tory Lowe show had this conversation in it. This is what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. A lot of times we do want to get the cat out the tree, cat in the tree story. The happy, feel-good story. But then down the street, it ain't like that. Some of us, especially if you live on the north side of Milwaukee, like, this is just a harsh truth that it's just stuff going on that we got to deal with. If y'all don't want to deal with it no more, be about that action. Let's get it cleared up, and then we can sit back and sit on the porch and let the kids play out in the streets again. But this is the truth. I know y'all want to talk about all this other stuff, politics and things like that, but it's people around the kids right now while they in school that's looking at them like snack time. And this is why we got to be active at the school. This is why we got to be active when it comes to these phones. We got to be ahead of the curve. Salute to the parents of these young children that went and told the police what was going on. They set him up and they got him up out of here. This is what we got to do. Hey, you don't have to be helpless with everything. You ain't got to be, you ain't got to be reactive. You can be proactive. It's time to activate. 2026, it's time to repair the village. And I'll say this, if the FBI saying it's a problem, it's a big, big, big problem. It was always a big, big, big problem. But for them to come out and say it, that means that they done seen something on their radar that's probably worse than what they done said at the at their press conference. Okay? Also, we got guests coming in at 2 o'clock. We got some events coming up. We're going to have the motorcycle club in, and we're going to have some men's health conversation at 2. We got guests on the show this Friday. positive things going on in the community. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have a pop culture report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
An epic Brewers Pirates series is coming April 24th through the 26th. Kick it off with Star Wars Night on Friday the 24th. And check out a post-game laser show presented by ESPN Milwaukee. Then on Saturday the 25th, get a Brewers Windbreaker giveaway courtesy of Courts. Wrap up the series with Family Sunday fun and kids cheer free. Plus, the first 5,000 kids take home an Abner Uribe poster. Grab a seat at Brewers.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Did you know that for 80 years, Paralyzed Veterans of America has been a lifeline for our nation's veterans with spinal cord injuries and diseases like MS and ALS, and all people with disabilities? In just the last 12 months, PVA has funded research of the first non-addictive pain medication in over a decade, partnered with an award-winning sports anchor to fight for accessible medical care for women veterans, ensured all women with disabilities feel seen and empowered with help from a top cosmetic company. And that doesn't even include what PVA have done over the last 80 years, like secured the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act, pioneered wheelchair basketball, helped design iconic landmarks, made the DC Metro a model transit system, and wrote and distributed resources in over 60 countries in 4 languages. None of this would be possible without your help. Every breakthrough, every battle won, and every life impacted is driven by you. Visit PVA.org to learn more.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time. I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Milwaukee Brewers lost their series against the Tigers, losing yesterday's game 5-4. They now take on Paul Skeens and the Pirates at American Family Field this weekend. Matt Arnold on Scooball and Skeens.
We're going to have our hands full today as well with Tarek Scooball and Skeens coming up this weekend. So, we're going to have a tough road ahead for us. But the guys are tough. They're hanging in there. We've been a little inconsistent, but we have some guys coming back hopefully soon to help us out.
Tonight's game begins at 6:40. The Milwaukee Bucks have found their new coach, and his name is Taylor Jenkins. Jenkins, 41, was an assistant coach for the Bucks under Mike Budenholzer for the 2018-19 season. The Pack is back tonight at the NFL Draft with chirps of trading up in the second round. Mark Tauscher tells 620 WTMJ's Morning News.
Let's trade a couple. Let's get some more picks so that we can bring more guys in.
I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 1017 The Truth.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah. It's for the lost ones. Milwaukee, I hear you. Front lines. King Tory Lowe. I see the pain in my city, I can't close my eyes.
Too many mothers still crying from the homicide. They say be strong, but they don't feel it deep inside. So I speak for the ones who ain't got a voice to cry. Oh, I've been walking through the fire trying to make it right. Praying God keep me covered every single night. Oh, if I fall, just remember what I sacrificed. I was fighting for my people, trying to bring the light. Yeah. Born on the north side,
101.
Street raised me, where the blocks turn cold and the system don't save me.
7 the Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got the Pop Culture Report. Brought to you by Tory Lowe and Andrew.
Hard to get sleep. I seen candles.
Andrew, it's a lot going on. We got the draft. The Bucks done got a new head coach.
We got so much going on.
What's going on?
We have so much going on. So the Bucks hired their new head coach, Taylor Jenkins, who used to coach for the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, we went back and forth about this, about who we wanted the Bucks to hire, Tory, and you were on the side of, I would rather have a completely fresh face than have somebody who has been there before. Now that there is a new head coach on the sidelines, let's get the temperature check.
Here we go.
Yeah? Is that kind of how you feel?
Here we go.
So I am of the opinion that this is a good move for the Bucks. Like, okay, you go get a head coach that coached in the playoffs. Memphis was a second-round team with John Morant. He's coached some pretty good big men and Jalen Jackson Jr. This really feels like a conversation of, was Giannis involved? That has now kind of turned what this is into. Like, hey, if it's a young team without Giannis, do I want Taylor Jenkins? If it's a team with Giannis, do I want him? And according to Bobby Portis earlier today, he was on one of those sports talk shows. I think it was on FanDuel with Michelle Beadle and her crew. He said that, yes, Giannis was involved. So if Giannis was involved in the hiring, I think we have to like it, right? That makes me feel like he's
I'll say this. Giannis, first of all, he's in the building. So they're going to ask him, regardless if he's staying and going. Like, they're not going to just not ask Giannis because they hopefully want him to stay. But I'm sure he had some input. But he had input on the last couple coaches. So what does that mean?
Yeah, maybe he's not the best.
What does that really mean? I mean, Giannis had some input. Okay, look how many coaches we had in the last, 5 seasons, okay? All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, this coach, I mean, I wanted a young, if I was going with, like, more bring somebody up from the college ranks or something like that. I'm talking about, somebody that, fresh with fresh ideas who can handle these young ballers. I don't know what's going on with this Memphis coach because he didn't, do too well over in Memphis. That's why they let him go.
Yeah, 6 years in Memphis. Now, the one saving grace is that he was the assistant coach for the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, he didn't help win a championship. He was with Budenholzer, left before they won the championship in 2021. But still something. I mean, it's not like
here we go.
Bum.
See, there you go. Settling. It's still something. Look, what did I mean? What is that?
His winning percentage is like 53%, Tory. So not great.
What is it better than Doc's?
I think Doc's is a little bit better.
Okay, so what are we doing here?
So you're telling me Giannis is the good head?
I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm just looking at the record here. 5 years, how many different coaches? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not. Are you sure? You sure that he didn't have input in that? I know he did. Okay. So what I'm saying is, I'm not excited about this head coach right here because Doc got a better record than him. You just said it. So what are we excited about?
We're excited that's not Doc.
Because it's a new. Okay, but Doc got a better record than he do.
This is fair. This is fair.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I think it's nice that they're.
Help me out, Truth Nation.
You're not going to see Doc Rivers' arms crossed.
Help me out, Chat. I'm trying to Chat. What's going on here with the Bucks?
No, you're right. Spot on. Speaking of other teams in the state of Wisconsin, it's the NFL draft, and tonight actually matters to Packers fans, Tory, because the Packers actually have a pick tonight. Now, did you watch any of night one of the draft?
Why?
Okay.
Why would I?
Okay, good. I
did check. I did look at the ones that got drafted. I did go to. I got a subscription to the NFL Network, so I did go and check out. I peeked in there to see where the drafts were, but I didn't watch it because Green Bay didn't have a first-round pick. But we do got our first-round pick. We got Micah Parsons.
Yeah, and everybody's been really...
we got Micah Parsons, so...
Everybody's been really critical of Jerry Jones online, Packers fans. Explain that to me. Like, there was a person who's running for governor of the state that had a video kind of saying F you to Jerry Jones. Like, I don't understand. Shouldn't Packers fans be, like, loving Jerry Jones?
No,
He gave away Micah Parsons.
I think that Jerry Jones kind of softened the rivalry.
A little bit?
Because of the trade, But other than that, we still want to beat them. But I don't think we feel as bad. Like, I don't don't have the same hatred for the Dallas Cowboys that I had before Micah Parsons came.
Yeah, you took advantage of a geriatric
I think the
old
Vikings
man.
still got. I just hate the Vikings here.
Can I get
Vikings and the Bears?
Give me your Tory Lowe rankings of teams you hate.
Well, Vikings is number one.
Is it because I'm your producer?
No, it was before that, but that kind of didn't help. It didn't help. But Vikings, then the Bears, then the 49ers.
Okay.
Then Dallas, yeah.
Okay. Fair. All right, well, the Packers have multiple picks in the next couple days. Round 2, pick 52 tonight. Round 3 at pick 84. Then they have a 4th, a 5th, a 5th, a 6th, a 7th, a 7th. So a lot of picks in these next couple days, Tory, but we're at the point now where it's like, if you know these names, you're a real college football watcher. If you don't know these names, I don't think anybody's going to be super upset at you.
Well, you pick the best talent on the board, the best ranking, whoever got the best ranking, that's what you get from here on out.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, you just who got the most athletic ability, the most awareness. You just look at get the one with the highest awareness, the most athleticism, and the most productivity. If you can get that, that's where you at right now from here on out.
To our friends over at ESPN, Tory, they say that the top 3 needs for the Packers are edge rusher, cornerback, offensive line, especially after the Rashawn Gary trade.
Right. It was a lot of offensive linemen taken. It was a lot of defensive linemen taken in the first round.
Yeah, that's fair. I think this is a very top-heavy draft when it comes to offensive and defensive linemen.
Right.
Every couple of years you get that where there's not a ton of playmakers. Mm-hmm. It's a bunch of defensive and offensive, which is cool. I'm a big boy lover. I love it, so that's cool. I'm here for it. You will be watching tonight. Do you have any draft plans? Are you going to be watching?
Nah, we just trying to get the best. It's so many college athletes out here, and I'm going to leave this up to the scouts. Usually I do watch the first round. Every year, I watch the first round. When Shedeur was drafted, I kind of stuck around to see what was going on with Shedeur. Now that they don't have Shedeur, I wonder what the ratings are going to be today. So I remember when Shedeur was in the draft, all the way to the 5th round, the ratings was up. Everybody was watching to see was Shedeur going to go each round after the first round. So I don't think that's going to have the same effect this year. I think we just, people just going to let it play out.
There's absolutely no Shedeur Sanders in this year's draft, Tory. There's nobody with this type of electric vibe. The closest thing they have is a guy who played for the national championship last year, Carson Beck. But I don't know a single person who's like, I can't wait to see where Carson Beck is going to go.
No, I have never seen no talking heads even express this sentiment. So, yeah. So what I'm saying is, I'm not interested in the draft this year. Just get the best player. I'm just being honest. Like, I usually, if the Packers got a couple picks first round, I usually stick around first round, see what they do second round, then I kind of let it coast. But this year, I don't have the same enthusiasm because we are just picking what's available, the best player available at this point.
I don't have the same enthusiasm because there's been a bigger story around the NFL that's not the draft, Tory.
Here we go.
The Mike Vrabel Dino thing, it just keeps getting worse and worse, Tory. Now
we got more. We got an update on the Mike. Did he do it?
He's going to counseling.
Okay,
but he's only missing 1 day of the draft, which is weird because I can't imagine.
All right, that's PR.
No. Here's the thing. All right, so let's say you're an NFL head coach and you're trying to save your family. Would you miss 1 day of the draft for it? Like, I don't know.
All right, I'll say this: 1 day of the draft, they don't. If you talking first round, you already know. You already know who you're going to get in the first round. So he don't have to be there for the first round, but he do have to be there for the third because now you got to get really. Now you picking from a huge net, and you got to try to look through all of that and try to cipher and try to find a gem out of all of the different picks all across the country. So you need the head coach kind of after the second round all the way to the end. Yeah. So
and see, that's the tough part.
That's where they need him at.
He's missing Saturday, which might be the most important day. That's rounds 4 through 7. You know?
Well, like I said, at the end of the day, New England got a nice team. They're bringing back most of their players, their young players. They're young and they got to the Super Bowl. I mean, you know, I don't think it's a big deal.
All right, now let me ask you this. Tory Lowe, you're a good friend. You're a really good guy. If you were friends with Diana Rossini's husband, what advice are you giving him right now? Because you don't think that there's any cheating going on, but there's a bunch of photos. So he comes to you and says, Tory, what advice do you have to me, man to man?
I would ask him 2 questions. I would ask him, did he cheat on his wife before all of this? I'm going to ask him. You know, he got money, so I mean, what type of husband was he? That I know it doesn't. I'm not trying to negate what happened, but I'm asking him because sometimes, like Jada and Will, they know them dark secrets.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything that I need to know before before we get into what I want to say? And then he need to be honest at that point. Now, from that question, then it's going to lead me into my next question. But if he say, okay, yeah, I stepped out a couple times, but then I'm like, okay, well, she trying to get a man in power to show you that you're not the only man in power that wants her, right? So she's being vindictive, but she wants a man in power. Now, if he says he didn't do it, then okay, now I'm gonna say, well, are you going to get a divorce? Are you gonna try to work this out? Are you gonna try to get a divorce? I don't know. Like, it just depends. But I haven't seen the money shot yet. It's just a bunch of talk. I haven't seen the money shot. I'm not convinced that they was actually in a relationship. I think that they were doing something, but from the pictures I've seen, she's not holding him. She's not caressing him. She ain't even getting a piggyback ride. That's a big dude. At least they would have a picture of her trying to get a piggyback ride. That's a big boy.
You might be the only person in America who doesn't think that they are together. And I'll tell you.
I didn't say they weren't together. I just said I haven't seen the money shot.
People are going through her tweets, Tory, like she's a serial killer leaving, like, clues. Like, it is so bad to the point where there are people who have, like, the red line. They're talking about, like, she was at this place on this day and this tweet. A lot of this stuff does not look good, man.
Look, let me tell you something. It's all in the media. People are bored. People are bored.
NFL draft's going on.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, okay, let's say they was doing something. It's nothing, they both adults. They're going to pay the price with whatever their marriage. We don't even know what their marriage was even like.
I think we're going to find out pretty soon.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, okay, I still ain't seen the money shot. So if you can show me her touching on him, okay, I'll believe it.
Okay.
Not to say they ain't doing nothing, but I ain't seen it. I ain't seen no evidence of her trying to grope on him. He was groping on her. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Thank you, Milwaukee. The Tory Lowe Community Cleanup presented by MMSD was an incredible success, and it's all because of you. Thank you to the families, volunteers, and community leaders who came together to clean up the city of Milwaukee. A very special thank you to our amazing partners, Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and Waste Management for helping make the Tory Lowe Cleanup a success. Together, we are making Milwaukee cleaner, stronger, and better, one block at a time.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
Truth Nation, join the Milwaukee County Office of Equity on Saturday, April 25th at 10 a.m. for the Story of Wealth exhibition at the Wisconsin Black Historical Society. Discover how policies have shaped financial opportunities in Milwaukee and learn how we can break down barriers to success. Hear from a panel including keynote speaker James J.B. Bell. This event is free to attend with food provided, door prizes, and great music, so make sure you get there early.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Get on up. I don't know if y'all know who this man is. Y'all probably been under a rock, or you just been watching CNN, Fox News, or MSNBC. But there's a whole lot of people who know who this man is. You know what? Matter of fact, I think I better let him introduce himself. Yeah, I'm Tory Lowe.
101.
I've been out in the streets for the
7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got the Pop Culture Report with Tory Lowe and Andrew right here in the studio. What else is going on out here in these pop culture streets?
Well, Tory, here's a little science for you, Tory. So, according to researchers at the Griffin University in Australia and a Swedish university, there have been 105 Atlantic salmon who may or may not have been doing a little bit of the cocaine. A little bit of cocaine. Yes, because...
Salmon, the fish?
Yeah, the fish. Because, you know...
Like the cocaine bear.
Yeah, exactly. Now, these fish have been known to swim as far up to 8 extra miles a week. And again, I don't know where they found the time to do this. There's so many other big problems happening in this world, Tory. But these researchers were able to find these fish who were exposed to cocaine as well as I'm not even going to try it.
Well, somebody dumped cocaine in the water.
Yes.
And they chewed through the plastic and
yep,
got a hit.
And they're doing exactly what a human would do. They're working twice as hard.
Oh wow!
Like they are working so hard, and they're swimming and they're swimming and they're swimming extra 8 miles a day. Tory, I wanted to share that fact with you.
Really?
Yeah. So my thing is this: next time you go to a fancy restaurant, maybe don't order the salmon. You don't know where it's been. That's the end.
So if you eat the salmon and you feel like you want to get out there and go jogging.
Yeah.
You may have ate one of the salmons that got a hold of that package in the water.
You might have gotten some of that special salmon.
Oh, wow.
You know, you might have a salmon that...
Maybe they'll charge more for it.
Maybe I would charge more for it. All right. A guy who is now going to headline here at Summerfest, Jelly Roll, he's facing some not so great accusations from a comedian Nicole Amber in Nashville. The police say there's no investigation or charges currently. She claims that he made some sort of advances on her, Tory, which is not great. Physically advances. He's not a small man. He's very large.
Wasn't he just on the award show holding up the Bible?
He was. And she also accuses him of offering, quote unquote, hush money to kind of put this whole thing behind them. So, again, not ideal for Jelly Roll, and probably not that great for Summerfest either if he's facing these type of accusations.
You seen what they did to Cesar Chavez for accusations. They took his street away.
Took his name off of everything. What are they going to do to Jelly Roll? I don't know.
Well, a lot of people is looking at Usher and Chris Brown. Because they, the pre-sale, they said that they sold out. They could have sold out a lot of the venues just from the pre-sale tickets.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Pre-sale tickets went on yesterday at lunchtime, and they said over 100,000 or so people were ready to get their tickets for the Usher and Chris Brown. And I'm looking at reports that they said that they added a third show to the Detroit stop. And, this is going to be added for July 5th because they already had announced concerts in Detroit on July 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, so they have to add shows in Detroit. They also had to add another show, a fourth show in Atlanta, Tory.
Right.
So
that's going to be crazy.
And you have been saying, and you own this side of the corner. You have been saying for a long time that this is essentially the redemption tour for Chris Brown. This is his getting back into pop culture's face. Hey, if he's going to host a Super Bowl or do a Super Bowl, this is the way to do it.
I'm going to tell you this. It's no bigger concert than what's going on right now with Usher and Chris Brown. Now, I'm going to tell you this. They may even open up more venues because they can't even everything is going to be sold out. And they said during the pre-sale, when they first opened up for pre-sale, stadiums was selling out just off pre-sale tickets.
And look, there's a lot of people who are super unhappy about that too, Tory, because people do the pre-sale tickets, and you can be a member of a certain Live Nation or Ticketmaster, an exclusive group that gets those tickets first. People aren't happy that they won't be able to buy these tickets later. A lot of people are very upset, and that's why they're having to add these fifth and sixth shows.
It's people saying these boys about to become billionaires.
Off of this tour?
I mean, it's packed out everything. Merchandise sold, $1,000 after show pictures, everything. The whole caboodle.
I'm going through the list of other concerts happening this summer, Tory, and I can be honest with you, none of these are going to be as big, right? You go through this, and they say, okay, Jack White, I don't care about him. The Strokes, okay. Hillary Duff is having the Wu-Tang Clan is having none of this stuff really matters to me.
Let me tell you something. If you got some extra Chris Brown and Usher tickets, I'm telling you, you're going to be hey, what would you do for some Usher tickets? I don't know.
And
some Usher, Chris Brown tickets. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, and then it's people scamming too, because they're gonna be hey, scout. People saying that they got the tickets when people outside the venue. It's gonna be a lot of scamming going on with this.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna put some.
If you don't go through the legit means to get these tickets, you gonna get scammed.
And let me tell you, if you got 2 tickets for you and your girl, she's on her best behavior.
Yeah.
Until this tour.
Hey, look, let me tell you something, and hopefully you come home with her after the show's over with. Because these girls is going to see Usher and Chris Breezy.
You gotta make sure you're good. I think that's.
Let me tell you something.
Look here, this is a miss on my part. I should have bought these tickets.
Hey, look, if you was a single male, they can't get to everybody now.
Hey, hold on.
All you got to do is go over there and know how to dance. You think you got some dance moves? Do you listen to Usher? Do you listen to Chris Brown?
I've heard enough of Usher. I can.
What's your favorite Usher song?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Let It Burn.
No. I bring his ear. Maybe we do a pop culture report duo. He can dance.
What's your favorite Chris Brown song?
I can't say it on the air.
Okay. Well, all I'm gonna tell you is this: it was a lot of people that got them pre-sale tickets, and they add more dates because they selling out. These boys about to rack up. You thought Kanye West made what, 33? He grossed $33 million off of one event?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Times that time what?
So, okay.
just saying.
They have the most successful tour this summer, Tory. Again, I'm saying, like, you might be onto something. I might be the one, like, with Crow having to eat it.
Let me tell you something. Justin Bieber ain't got nothing on what Chris Brown and Usher is about to do. If Justin Bieber do the Super Bowl and Usher already did the Super Bowl. If Chris Brown don't do the Super Bowl this year, I may not even watch the halftime show.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, this is a story that we wanted to do for a couple of days, Tory. You put me on the lookout for this. When's the last time you saw Amber Rose?
She was just on something with Nick Cannon.
She was.
That was a lot of controversy going on. Yeah.
She didn't look like this, did she? Let's get the clip up. Here it is. This is what Amber Rose looks like currently.
No. Who
is this?
I think this picture of Amber Rose is when she was pregnant.
This is her makeup-free, Tory.
This is her makeup-free without the makeup. Like,
this is a totally different person.
Yeah, without the makeup, most people look like a totally different person. But this is Amber Rose without the makeup. I would say she's about what a 6 or 7.
No idea. If this woman came up to me at the store, Tory, I don't know if I'm talking to her. This is Amber Rose.
Yeah, this is when she was pregnant.
She was incredibly gorgeous. Like, this is when the Kanye West was dating her. I was like, this is peak. What are we doing?
I mean, she kind of looked like a Karen a little bit.
She looks like she would call the number on the barbecue, right?
No, she looked like she would, come to me when I was out somewhere in the suburb community telling me that I don't belong there or something like that.
Yeah, this is not a good look.
Well, I'll say this. In Hollywood, you got to be made up. You'll be surprised once people take off all that makeup, how do they truly look? Like, that's why if I'm going to, get married, I want to marry somebody that don't wear makeup that much. I know what I'm getting. If you got to wear a bunch of makeup to be at your best, I mean, maybe I like that. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But I got to at least know what you look like after you take the makeup off.
No kidding.
Yeah, ain't no telling, what people look like after the club. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. We got guests. We got guests in the building. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
This is my first time calling in, but I listen to you all the time, and I appreciate you and Elizabeth Brown and everything you stand for and everything that you do. So I want to say thank you so much for being you.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017.
Hey, man, this station is on fire the last couple days.
Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
You've been diagnosed with COPD, but breathing seems to be getting harder. Everyday activities, walking to the mailbox, going up the stairs, talking on the phone take more effort than they used to. You're short of breath more often. Flare-ups are happening more frequently. And slowly, life starts to feel smaller. Is this you? If your COPD symptoms are getting worse, there may be options that can help you breathe easier and get back to doing more of what matters to you. That could mean walking further, spending more time with family and friends, feeling more confident leaving the house, and getting back to the life you want to live. If your COPD is changing, it's time to have a conversation with your doctor. Visit the COPD Foundation website at isthisyoucopd.org to learn the signs of severe and worsening COPD and the right questions to ask next. Take action today. Breathe better tomorrow.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. you might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Truth Nation, stand up and tap in. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got guests. We got this event that's coming up for the bikers. The bikers community, the community giveback. This is May 3rd. We getting them ready right now. They're getting ready to come in. So we may have a short segment, this first segment, but and we also got some people coming in to talk about men's health today at the 2 o'clock hour. But what I really want to get in before we get into that, I want to head over to this story where Wisconsin authorities asked for help finding a hit-and-run driver who injured a man and killed his dog. I wanted to talk about this. This was making its rounds on social media before we get started this 2 o'clock hour. Once again, we got a hit-and-run situation. The Wisconsin authorities are asking for help to find this hit-and-run driver. If you're watching this rebroadcast live, if y'all know who this person is, please come forward. Many times when we talk about the community resolving a lot of these issues, sometimes it takes a community to really lock up a lot of these people that's causing harm in the community. If you watch this rebroadcast live, we got some video. Let's listen.
Victim of a hit and run on Hillcrest Drive in the town of West Bend is recovering, didn't want to speak on camera, but wants people to find out who hit him.
I feel so awful.
Deborah Krause lives on Hillcrest and says she's thankful her neighbor is recovering, but her heart is broken to hear his dog was killed.
Oh, you know I got treats.
She's an avid dog lover and couldn't fathom losing them to a hit and run driver.
It bothers me. It really does.
What's your reaction to someone doing that and then leaving the scene?
It is actually pathetic. I got hit by a drunk driver years ago, and that's why I am hurt and walk funny. I've got a broken back.
The sheriff's office believes the driver was in a Chevy 1500 silver truck that looks like this one. This picture actually shows part of the truck that broke off in the crash. We will continue to follow every lead until we identify the responsible driver.
All right. And the only reason I want y'all to hear these stories because every day when I see a hit and run, many times I get called to a lot of hit and runs. I got to deal with the aftermath. Sometimes get a GoFundMe together because the person now can't work. Car tow up. They didn't even have it to do. But this is the thing. They're trying to say, they put out these narratives that a lot of this is just happening in one side of town. This happening out in West Bend. So I like it when I get to, thank God I got a show because they'll make you believe that only on the north side is folks doing this. It's happening all over the place. So that's why I don't even buy into when people try to, come in and talk heavy on the north side of town, of Milwaukee. The north side got their problems. Everywhere got their problems. But at the same time, it don't mean that they not having the same problems. It's just not being talked about or projected, like you see when you get on the news and you see breaking news off the north side of town. So I'm happy that I get to show that these OWIs is going crazy. These drunk drivers out here going crazy. But y'all talking about reckless driving when OWI's been going on since I can remember. When I was in college, people was getting 4 or 5 OWIs or however you want to call it, DWIs or whatever. White people was getting, I know a white person that had like 5 or 6 of them things. And nobody called it reckless driving. When you step behind the wheel messed up, knowing you drunk, that's reckless driving to me. They all should be taken and thrown in the trash, to me. But, on the north side, when it's reckless driving, they want to, they want to add that extra hammer to it. I believe they need to add the extra hammer to everybody. You being irresponsible. You out here doing, you done just got finished drinking, a whole keg. You done drunk a whole bottle of vodka, and now you finna get behind the wheel. But then those people tend to resurface, they tend to resurface with another license somehow. Maybe because Wisconsin a party city. Maybe that's why they so lenient on the drinking. They say that this is the beer capital of the world. Maybe that's why they don't go too hard on the alcohol, the drunk driving. But don't let y'all get out there and y'all swerve around one of them potholes to hit somebody. That's reckless driving. They don't consider the pothole was in the street. Some of y'all that swerved around one of them big craters in the street and hit somebody. Now they done put you on the reckless driving list. All right, we got the guests in the studio. When we come back, we got guests, Truth Nation. Stay like they right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
I won tickets last week on your show to see The Wiz. I just wanted to call and say thank you and say I appreciate you. I appreciate the show. I appreciate the station. That was a core memory that was made last night. The Wiz was an amazing performance.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 101.7 The Truth.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Adrian was seriously injured when a careless driver merged into her lane.
Gruber was there for everything that I needed. Any questions that I had, Gruber was there. They made me feel like everything about my situation and my accident was very important to them, and that made me feel good. And I would definitely call Gruber again for that.
Serving Wisconsin for over 35 years, Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They go above and beyond for their clients.
Are you planning a special event? Do you need a personal chef? Either way, make it tasteful. I
I'm Alicia the Chef, owner of Tasteful Events Catering, and we create customized food experiences for any occasion. We bring quality, flavor, and professionalism to every table. Whether it's a special event or everyday meal solutions, we focus on delivering more than just food. We create experiences. Book today or learn more online at www.tastefuleventscatering.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Whole city got a same name. Mama in the lobby, folder in her hand, saying, baby, I'm tired, they don't understand. Case on the news, but they mute that pain. So we call one name, trying to change that game. Tory pull up, check to the table, ask who failed you, who lied, who labeled. He know every auntie, cousin, brother, uncle, niece. He don't just talk justice, he don't leave it in a tweet. When it all go wrong, we call on Tory Lowe. When the judge look cold, we call on Tory Lowe. From the block to the boardroom, everybody know if the whole world's silent, we call on Tory Lowe. Say, call on Tory Lowe. Hey, oh,
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Look, we got a group in the building. We got the bikers, the biker event that's coming up. They do this every year. Community giveback. This is May 3rd, 2026, the 4th annual Ride and Picnic. This will be at McGovern Park at 5400 51st Boulevard, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Feed the kids and the community. 11th year of the biker awareness. We got Mr. LB from Raw Iron Brotherhood.
Yes, sir.
LB, salute LB. Thank you for coming through.
Appreciate you for having me.
We got Cool Whip from Goodfellas
MC
in the building. And we got Mama Dawson, Teresa Dawson, and Vanetta Paul, the sister, in the studio. Now, I want to start this out by talking about Mama Dawson, because this kind of sparked when your loved one was injured or her life was taken in an accident.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How did this all get started? How did you get out here? You started taking signatures, and you started like a safety awareness day in the state of Wisconsin.
Okay, well, how it started was after Venetia, or Miss Feisty, that's her biker name, when she went down on June 30th, 2013, I had received a call from one of the bikers to let me know what had happened, which was a Sunday. All the bikers, family, friends, we had gathered around the site where she actually went down. So about a couple of days later, Tracy Dents approached my daughter, Vanetta, to ask her would I be interested in trying to start.
Salute to Tracy Dent?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Salute to Tracy Dent.
Yes. To see if we would like to maybe start some type of safety awareness for bikers, to have people, have society to be aware, to be safe. We all have to share the road. So I thought about it and I prayed on it.
Somebody got their phone on.
My fault, that was me.
Okay, I thought about it and I prayed on it. So I told him, yes, we can give it a try. So the summer of 2013, we hit all the bikers clubs and the activities to get these signatures. So we got anywhere from 2,500 to maybe 3,000 signatures.
Oh, wow.
That's what we got. And then after that, then we took it to Madison. We talked to some of the Congress people and everything up in Madison. They all thought it was a good idea. And then we went to the Common Council, where Lele Kai, she also helped us with that.
That's what's up.
So we actually, we only wanted a week, just a weekend. And after we had presented and we showed them the signatures, they gave us a whole week. A whole month
for biker awareness.
For biker awareness.
2014.
Yeah.
We rode roughly, I want to say almost 1,000 bikes strong. Yeah. Oh, we roughly rode about, in 2014, we roughly rode about, I believe, 1,000 or a little over 1,000 bikes strong to Madison, to the Capitol.
That's what's up.
To promote this event. Lena Taylor, which is Judge Lena Taylor. She came out. She said y'all asked for a day. We got y'all a week. After the week, y'all got a whole month. So the whole month of May is Biker Safety and Awareness Month.
That's powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then during that time, we actually organized everything. So there was a young lady. Her name was Kai. She alerted all the other bikers. There's a lot of bikers and everything. So she spoke with them, and we all came together, and that's when we organized the ride. We actually did the ride. Okay, we actually organized.
So that was Miss Chocolate.
Was you on the bike too?
No.
Been trying.
No.
We've been trying.
No, he's been trying. I said, if they have a sidecar, maybe. I don't know. But my family and I, we drove and we followed them.
Mm-hmm.
And it really was it was really experience. I was overjoyed. I never seen anything of that nature because I have always thought that bikers were very negative.
Right.
But they're not. Even when my
Gangsters.
baby, with my daughter, I followed her. I followed her several times, and she could handle that bike. And then bikers, that's their hobby. Just like a person doing fishing, they enjoy riding the bike, and you have professionals. It's nothing like TV, okay?
Right.
It's nothing like TV, the negative.
Right.
negativity.
Hollywood always going to overdo something.
Right.
It's some great bikers in the city of Milwaukee. They all do community. They all involved in community work. So
Yes.
I've been to a couple biker events. A lot of these men, they are hardworking. They get out here. They do things in the community, just like right now. What we're seeing right now with this bringing awareness, biker awareness. This is a powerful thing, because how many? That's a whole community. The biker community is a whole community to itself.
Exactly. It definitely is. It's a different lifestyle, and for folks that have never been a part of it won't understand it, but it's a brotherhood and a sisterhood that's unlike any other. Like no matter where you're going up and down the highway, if you stranded, people that's in the car that's riders will pull over and help you. Other bikers will help you. I mean, it's a bond. Like,
it's definitely a bond. You got a lot of different people that's a part of this, like lawyers, doctors, professional.
We got Harley Davidson a part of it.
All kind of stuff. Definitely got Harley Davidson a part of it. So it's all kind of people, man. Just
walks of all life.
It's not a gang, bro. It's not a gang at all.
Well, I see now, like you got older bikers that kind of ride, and then you got these young bikers that's doing wheelies down the street, like that.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
9 times out of 10, those that's doing the wheelies down the street, they're not affiliated with a club because it's rules to that.
Yes.
It's rules to that. So,
And it's a safety factor, like how we doing right now. The whole safety mechanism to it is if you with a club, we're going to give you guidance, structure, and rules. And once we give you those, we're going to show you how to survive out here on these streets, because a lot of these drivers don't look for you.
Right.
So if you ain't in a group and you just doing willy and anything can happen, just like a lot of them guys, I hate to say it, but I mean, it is what it is. They coming from the south side over to the north side, because on the south side, I guess the cops over there won't let them do it. The north side, I guess,
a little
it's
lax.
more free. Yeah, more lax. It was 2 guys, I think they was on a scooter or a dirt bike doing the wheelie, and the dude fell off on Titanium Capitol.
Wow.
And almost got hit.
But they
when
came
fell
from the south side.
Yeah, it came from the south side. So when they fell off, they knocked another one over into oncoming traffic. So it's like, it's a danger. Y'all being a danger to yourself, and y'all ain't understanding. There's a time and a place, and there's areas where you can go do this. Like with all of us, when we was younger, on our crotch rockets doing that, we used to probably go to Tower or a couple other places where we can just cut up and do stunts and tricks. But up and down the city streets, especially during prime hours.
It never was the main streets.
Nope. Right.
We
never
had
was.
An area that you could do your tricks or your whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah. Well, I've been to this event, and it's amazing.
Yes, it is.
It's amazing. Free food, a lot of education for the kids. People come out and speak. Yeah. Just wonderful, and kind of give an idea of what people should expect from the community give back on May 3rd. 2026 with the biker community. Give them just an idea of how the experience of the biker community throwing these type of events for the community.
So what this is a conglomerate of clubs that came together and donated from each club to be able to have the funds to give out free food. It's going to be free food, a ton of candy, chips, water, juices, everything.
And performances.
And that we ain't got locked down.
Okay, because I know last time it was people rapping.
Yeah, we ain't got that down this year. We got the police is bringing the ice cream truck.
Okay.
I was fighting to get that, so they're gonna come out give out ice cream while it lasts. Fire truck is gonna be there. We supposed to have a DJ. I'm still waiting to hear from him. But it will be music. It's definitely gonna be face painting. Like I said, the bounce house is face painting. Abundance of free food, because at different tents, some people are still giving out other free food besides for what we are giving out. So I mean, it's going to be an experience. Once you come, it's going to be an experience. The motorcycle parade coming in roughly about noon. So if you're there early about noon, you'll see all the bikes coming in. And we're going to park in that parking lot right off of Silver Spring, and the kids get to walk around and look at a lot of different bikes. Some of these guys got some of the best bikes you'll ever see, and music-wise, custom-wise, yeah.
Custom, yep.
Music-wise, it's awesome. It's an experience, trust me. And it's free. Everything is free.
Everything free.
Because we pay for it for you. The biker community paid for it for you.
And now I can honestly say that when you talk about the biker community, and I've always said this, y'all more unified.
Yes.
Y'all not, there's no real problems with the biker community that I see. You know, everybody kind of comes together, especially when it came to this biker awareness, to ride to Madison. You know, it seems like the biker community in Milwaukee seems to have it down. Y'all got your own dances.
Yeah.
You know, the biker dance, the biker shuffle and all of that. So it should be a great time. This event is, I'm looking forward, to seeing this event because, like I said, y'all got a whole culture within a culture.
Yes.
It's a whole different community.
So the history back in 2014, Mama Dawson set it up. We went to Madison. We linked in with the board or whatever they call it up in Madison. It's a white folks board called a bait. A bait kind of snuck and took this event from us, and we had to bring it back. So when we rode all the way up there, they made it seem like it was just them that did it, and none of the Milwaukee clubs got their just dues. Mama Dawson didn't get her just dues for walking and getting all the signatures.
They just took it over.
They took it over. They made it look like a bait did everything, but once we came at a bait, like, hey, we doing this event, we need a donation from y'all to give back to our community. We never seen them white dudes no more. They was out of there. As soon as we asked for money, they was out of there. But once again, gotta give shout out to Coco.
When it's money
Miss
involved.
LA.
When it's money involved,
Yeah, they don't want no parts. They ain't giving back to us.
They just want the credit.
So we gotta give a shout out to Miss Coco, Miss LA, and Big B. All them was the first ones I got with Mama Dawson and started this. Then after after COVID, I got involved and we started doing the ride. We started this event. Like I said, it's just been going on and on from there, and it's getting bigger. But we're trying to get it more recognition than what we getting.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you this: salute, because getting something like this. It takes a lot of elbow grease, like getting out there, getting the signatures. Then, it's a lot of work. So thank God that, because you said somebody tried to take the credit.
Yeah.
Thank God that you're on the air right now, and many times people fall back and say, hey, I'm just trying to do what I'm here to do behind the scenes. But so I'll tell people, being behind the scenes ain't where it's at no more. You got to be out front, because if you let them write the history, they may write you out of it. So salute to you for just being in the space where you saw the necessity to create an awareness due to your loved one passing.
Yeah,
exactly.
It actually was a pleasure, but it was a lot of work, that we actually did, and that was with Tracy and with my family and friends and Vanessa's best friend. We collaborated, and then we, like we say. And then there was a Miss Kai. She alerted all the other bikers. And from there, that's how we developed this great event. But it's, like I say, it's very, very dear to my heart.
Yeah.
And it's not only for her. It's for all the fallen bikers. Yep. No matter who you are, where you came from, what nationality. It's for all the fallen bikers.
That lost their life, yeah.
Yeah, that, lost their life. And usually if someone lose a person, a loved one, if somebody let me know, I would go and I would talk to them and share with them to let them know it's hard, but it's going to be all right. It's
a support group.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, we haven't heard from Vanetta. She over here just going to work on that phone. Okay, so how do you feel about everything that's going on? Because you were actually contacted by Tracy Dent, and then you had to go to work and try to make sure that we can get organized to do it. How was all of that? Trying to organize a lot of this with your sister.
I can definitely say I'm not the one to be the most organized person.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really a bit much. It was a lot for me. But just to see everyone come out, support, and also be able to see individuals that really it affected them, it was a beautiful thing. It really was.
How long did this actually take from beginning to end?
About a year.
A whole year?
No, because we started that summer after Venetia, went down. That's when they came to me. And that summer of 2013, we got all that signature. So in 2014, that's when we actually start working. So it took about a year until we went on that ride.
Mm-hmm.
So we was hustling and bustling on that.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, I'm going to give y'all final thoughts on this. Let everybody know the information. Let everybody know how they can participate. And let everybody know how they can support what y'all doing.
Can we give a shout out to the clubs that donated?
Go right ahead.
All right. So we got to give a shout out to Heavy Hitters MCs, Wolfpack MCs, Throttle Twisters MCs, Goodfellas MCs, Deuce Riders MCs, Click Rider MCs, Night Owl MCs, Clutch and Chrome MCs, Mighty Ram MCs, Throttle Legends MCs, Redliner MCs, Number One Stunners MSC, Living Legends MSC, Crowd Pleasers MSC, Emotions MC, Cobras MC, Dirty Dozens MC, K9 MC, D2D, Raw Iron, and it's some social clubs that is Girlfriend Social Club, Princess Cut Diamonds, LOTC, Crowd Pleaser Social Club, and K9 Socialites. All these clubs donated money to make this event happen, for it to be absolutely free. Once again, it's going to be at McGovern Park, starting at 12 o'clock. Come on out. Everything is absolutely free. What else am I missing? I'm missing something. Boy. I'll be thinking
different things for the kids, like
bouncy houses and things like
stuff
that.
like that. Yeah, come on down, bring your kids, grandkids, make a full day of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be an experience. We'll be out there at 5 o'clock. Definitely gonna be out there at 5 o'clock.
All right.
And it's not just like regular food. Like my mom, she can make bread taste good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
She has like ribs. She has like a whole soul food.
She do a whole Thanksgiving dinner.
They be
over there.
lined up.
Yeah, the
It's
food
like
is good.
and it's free.
Wait a minute. You didn't put.
Yeah.
You didn't put your hands on the food.
She put a hand, foot, baby toe.
Oh wow.
Everything.
She brings soul there.
Yeah,
and it's some people giving out the books.
I'm gonna have to come get me a plate.
Okay.
Yeah,
I belong to an organization called National Hookup of Black Women. We also help families and do different things. And they out there, and this is kicking off our reading program that we offer. So we give out books, little trinkets, and they also includes foods and drinks and everything too.
You got a website that people can check out?
Yes.
But she don't know it.
But it's National for Black Women.
Well, since we're promoting, me and my best friend Jasmine Rowland just graduated for our nurse practitioner. So she's a psych nurse practitioner. So we'll be down there having like a little health tent to check people's blood pressures.
Yeah, you need to check that blood pressure
yes.
now.
Yes, because a lot of us black and brown, we don't, take health serious. So we be down there, educating.
Well, look, I appreciate y'all for coming through.
We appreciate you for having us.
Hey, look, let me tell y'all something. I'm popping through. I need to get some of that. I need to get me a plate.
Oh, you definitely got to come and get that plate.
Hey,
man.
I got to get
she
that
got
plate.
Thanksgiving in May, man. Like literally, it goes down at Mama Dawson's tent. But there's a few other tents, that's gonna have some good food too, man.
Hey, we gonna make our rounds now.
It's
you
clubs.
can get fat being up out there.
Hey,
clubs gonna be having things out there for you to eat. And some giveaways and stuff.
Yeah. We got giveaways. We're giving away toothbrushes and stuff like that, and toys. Yeah, it's some other giveaways. Yeah, books.
We give a lot of books. Because that's important.
I mean, catch me on Straight From Us podcast with Mr. Cool Whip, and trust me, I'll be going live next Tuesday, and I'll be giving out all the rest of the information. Just check me out. It's going to be on YouTube, STR8 From Us podcast with Mr. Cool Whip and Oz.
All right. Well, thank y'all for stopping through.
Appreciate you, Tory. Thanks for having us.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we got more guests coming through. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hungry for something fresh and delicious? Get your favorites from Cousin Subs delivered straight to your door. From our freshly baked bread and hand-sliced meats and cheeses to our famous sides, crispy golden fries, Wisconsin cheese curds, or creamy mac and cheese. Every meal made to order and ready to enjoy. Ordering is quick and easy online or through the Cousins app, whether it's a solo lunch, family dinner, or a spread for the whole crew. Let us bring it straight to you, fast and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Breaking down the issues that shape our city and our future.
If oil gets to $90 a barrel, I'll be able to pay off my house. I think war is awful. It's terrible. It doesn't resolve things. It creates long-lasting hatred and even more conflict that the American people are always going to find themselves involved in.
It's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 to noon.
But if I don't have a mortgage, you know what I mean? You take the good with the bad. Didn't Donald Trump say he was going to end the wars? You can't have America first if you're involved in all these foreign wars. And there's people that believed him when he said that. He doesn't like wars. He said it many times. Said it on the campaign trail.
Catch it live on YouTube or tune in to 1017 The Truth.
He's bombed just as much in his first year as any warmongering hawk president we've ever seen since World War II.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
I take care of the kids, and I take care of my dad. I take care of things at work. The groceries, the cleanups, the meltdowns, the doctor's visits, the family events, mealtimes, bedtimes. I take care of all the things everyone else needs. But I haven't made time to take care of what I need.
Family caregivers are often overloaded. It can feel overwhelming and exhausting. It's no surprise that millions of caregivers experience symptoms of anxiety and depression every year. But help is available, because there may only be one you, but you don't have to do it alone. Head to mentalhealthcareworks.org. That's mentalhealthcareworks.org to learn how to get the support you deserve, because mental health care works when you make the call. If you're experiencing a mental health crisis or thoughts of suicide, dial 988, a message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Milwaukee Brewers lost their series against the Tigers, losing yesterday's game 5-4. They now take on Paul Skeens and the Pirates at American Family Field this weekend. Matt Arnold on Scooball and Skeens.
We're going to have our hands full today as well with Tarek Scooball and Skeens coming up this weekend. So, we're going to have a tough road ahead for us. But the guys are tough. They're hanging in there. We've been a little inconsistent, but we have some guys coming back hopefully soon to help us out.
Tonight's game begins at 6:40. The Milwaukee Bucks have found their new coach, and his name is Taylor Jenkins. Jenkins, 41, was an assistant coach for the Bucks under Mike Budenholzer for the 2018-19 season. The Pack is back tonight at the NFL Draft with chirps of trading up in the second round. Mark Tauscher tells 620 WTMJ's Morning News.
Let's trade a couple. Let's get some more picks so that we can bring more guys in.
I'm Xavier Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 1017 The Truth.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Say his name. Tory Lowe. Yeah. On the block by the courthouse. Phone ring. He already know. Mama crying in the hallway. Who gon' speak? She say Tory Lowe. North side, south side. Same pain, same tears on a different door. He the one they call when they can't breathe, when they can't take it anymore. Advocate Tory Lowe. He gon' ride when it's time, let the city know. Hey! From the hood to the front row. If you hurt, say the word, he gon' stand 10 toes. Advocate Tory Lowe. Every step up every March, he be in that snow. When it rain, when it cold. If you stuck in the dark, he gon' pull you on.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, we got a great conversation coming up about men's mental health. Hey, look, we got David Love from Risen Barbershop in the studio, and we also got Keon from Exotic in the studio.
Thank you.
Hey, look, I like when we have these conversations about men, mental health, and things like that, especially in today's times.
Yes.
When it seems like it's just so much going on. And I think that when we start to focus on just the black men when it comes to mental health, it's just so much going on right there. Because sometimes we only got a few seconds to break down. After that, we got to get right back on it. Nobody ain't trying to see nobody break down crying like on Boys in the Hood when you got the crying, got the swinging in the air. With that Trey, he got the swinging in the air, you know, because he was about to lose it.
True.
But you know, nobody ain't got no time for all that. You gotta keep going. You gotta kind of take that hit and then keep it moving.
See, and that's the issue right there, you know what I'm saying, where we need to address, because we need outlets.
Mm-hmm.
People need outlets. Otherwise, you like a key, what's it called? A tea kettle, when it start percolating too much, then it's and all the smoke start coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that for a man when they be all that frustration bottled up and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, we do need those safe spaces and them outlets in our community where we can feel comfortable unloading that junk.
And many times, we as black men, we understand each other. Like we can sometimes we can talk and use code words and we don't even know each other. We just start looking at each other like you can give a couple looks. We ain't got to say nothing because we all living in the same struggle. But when we talk about mental health, that was kind of shunned a little bit because if ain't nothing wrong with me. But now more people are being open with the conversation.
Can I say something real quick? You know, back in the days, it used to be a stigma. When a person used to run around crazy, they'd be like, oh, he got, his drink got spiked. Or that's Mike, his drink got spiked. Or, he used to be cool back in the day. He used to be getting money. But now look at him. Oh, he all crazy.
And nervous
messed
breakdown.
Up. He all crazy messed up. But we don't never, it could be a result from a nervous breakdown. But we don't never try to,
equal again.
Yeah, we don't never try to dissect and figure out how did he get there. Yeah, we just label him. Oh, he crazy. Ooh. But we don't never try to figure out, how did dude really get there to that, you know what I'm saying, to that point, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so...
Talking to Mike.
Yep. So, just going back on it, like, I have a son, right? He was driving down the street. He called himself just hanging out, and he ended up hitting one of the blunts, and he had one of those mental issues, or what they like to say.
Oh, wow.
So, where it created, what they say, bipolar, or things of that nature.
Oh, wow.
Me coming home, so we'll leave it there. Me coming home, I didn't understand what was going on with him. So I started to reply to my child as if it was the same way with the same stigma. You're going to be okay. And so I actually sat in and started to study like, no, this is not okay.
Right.
It really takes time and patience. And then sometimes you need to call in somebody else who understands the situation better than you do because it becomes a little bit overwhelming. So it takes a village to help with mental health, not just a village to raise a child, but to help with mental health in all capacities. So
heck yeah, because when they snap, they burn down a village.
They burn it down.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. I tell my son, hey, look, if you're going to do things, make sure it's in decent, in order, because they don't have a lot of empathy for young black men.
At all.
So if whatever you're struggling with, you can always come to me. But what I'm saying is you're not going to get out here and do something and think you're going to get that empathy. You may not get no empathy. Your first mistake might be your last.
Yeah.
So we got to make sure that we are open to talking to people, when they're going through stress, and let them be kind of like absorb a lot of that from them, or give them an outlet to express how they truly feel, because we'll bottle it up and then it'll just all come out. And whatever incident that it come out in.
And that's so true. If I can cut in and time in quick, and a lot of times we have a disconnect with communicating with our child about the times when we had a struggle. So it's not so much as just the mental health. It's so much when we hit an age peak and then we realize that we had a downward spiral, right? And then we look at our parents and we check that number. They was about at the same age too. They had a downward spiral, but don't nobody really talk about it or how they came out of it. So we'll leave them up to them to say, figure it out. But we'll say, well, then you go to school or you do that. But how can you figure something out that I never experienced before, but you have? So, that goes another mental issue because now we start to time in with the wrong people, feeling in comfort. So mental health leads in a lot of aspects of life of feeling comfortable, right? So whoever is willing to take us in, we're willing to go there.
Right.
So, so that's how we burn out and crash, right? So then that goes the village again. The village starts at home about speaking about oneself. Well, then, son, at 31, I had a mental breakdown. I realized our grandmother had a mental breakdown too at this certain age.
Right.
Like went down in the spiral. Not meaning that you have anything wrong with you. It's just something about our genetic, our genetic makeup. So we need to speak about those things. We always tell them just be strong, and strong is not the key word.
I always tell people you got two parts to life. The naive side when you just trying to figure it out, then you hit that crisis in that space. If you can make it through that, then you get the other side where you start getting the knowledge on how to deal with life. But I think that they don't teach you how to deal with life when you're younger. If you don't have somebody around mentoring you, telling you what to do, guiding you, and I think that you just snap out because the weight of life sometimes is too much if you don't have the knowledge to kind of rectify or kind of bring solutions to what you're actually seeing. Yeah. And many times it's not that you can't solve it, nobody told you how to do it.
Then it's exacerbated when it becomes with drugs and alcohol. Now you blanket in the problem that you ain't solved yet. Now you put another problem on top of that.
That's true. Saying we live in life, that would be the other word, right? Living life, Living life is mental health, isn't it? Because life is a struggle within itself.
Right? Just being born in America, like you're going to have some problems. And I keep telling people, ain't no blueprint. Ain't nobody going to hand you the blueprint how to live this life. So you have to, develop guidelines, develop principles and boundaries. And boundaries. Yeah, you got to, in order to maneuver in this world today. You can't just be out there willy-nilly just running all over the place thinking that you're not going to be out of bounds on somebody else turf, you know what I mean? True. So you got to know how to conduct yourself, and sometimes you find that out after you've made a couple mistakes.
Right on. I think that's at that moment we had the experience, right? As we say, read a book, but we say a lot of people don't read books, right? But a lot of us do. But a picture shows is better than a book does, right? Because we can have a conversation through a picture. That is great with mental health. Where I'm kind of jumping around, but these are the ways how I would approach mental health. If my son was on the thing and we're seeing somebody that acted abnormal or what we'll call abnormal, I say, what would you do in that process? What would you do? Not just point him to a book. What would you do? Right. Now we have table talk. Now it's open because now he can be relaxed, not just at him talking about, what's wrong with you? What can I do? Just all in his face, right? That becomes uncomfortable. That's not really solving the solution. And it's not open room for accountability. But if you use a movie or TV, you will always win. Just like they say music. Music is a solution, right? Because if he hit the table, boom, he goes with a rhythm, right? So that's it.
I want to, if I can, just throw out a few key points that I have made notes of. For one, black men don't always go to therapy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of like...
Hey, some people don't got insurance to even afford can't even afford
let alone,
to go to the hospital.
The EBT covered.
Man.
Use the EBT for therapy. Black men don't always go to therapy, but we do go to the barbershop.
Yeah.
True.
We do talk at the barbershop.
Yeah. I be cutting somebody's hair back next to I'm like, man, to charge me for this therapeutic session with their haircut.
Well, I think they paid you the haircut fee. I think they came with the haircut.
The line is sometimes.
And some of y'all barbers, y'all prices up there $100.
And then I want to also say too, the reason why I also want to, like I said, create a safe space a real space for black men to talk about mental health in a place we already trust, the barbershop, you know, with no judgment, no politics, just real conversations that can save lives. And what makes it different is I'm not standing behind some podium giving a lecture. You know what I mean? It's gonna be all of us in a round table type atmosphere where it's like peer to peer, real talk, real experiences, real situations. You know what I mean? And it's each one teach one. And you know, it sometimes when you create that type of atmosphere for a person to function, it becomes more accessible for me to lay my burdens down. You know what I mean?
Well, look, when we come back, I want to continue this discussion about men's mental health and just the conversations that we as men need to have with each other. Many times we kind of look at each other and it's almost like in competition almost.
Yeah.
Instead of just looking at each other like, okay, what can we do to come together to push each other forward? And I think that that's a conversation we got to have too. Why is that? Why do we don't see the people in the suburbs as competition, but we see each other as competition, your brother's competition? I want to talk about that because I see it all the time.
Mental health too.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Thank you, Milwaukee. The Tory Lowe Community Cleanup presented by MMSD was an incredible success, and it's all because of you. Thank you to the families, volunteers, and community leaders who came together to clean up the city of Milwaukee. A very special thank you to our amazing partners, Milwaukee College Prep, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, and Waste Management for helping make the Tory Lowe Cleanup a success. Together, we are making Milwaukee cleaner, stronger, and better, one block at a time.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com. It's a spring thing, Milwaukee. Join us Saturday, May 2nd from 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at Embassy Center MKE, 3725 North Sherman Boulevard. This free family community resource fair is for ages 0 to 100. Get free diapers, baby wipes, groceries, haircuts while supplies last. Don't miss baby food prep classes and powerful maternal health speakers, Bishop Walter Harvey and Dalvery Blackwell. Doors open at 10:30. Come early. It's a spring thing. Don't miss it.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Advocate, Tory Lowe, he a soldier for the soul. Power to the people, seeing all the forces moving slow. open doors for the lows to the voice of the voiceless. When you feeling like you running out of choice, boy, Tory got the remedy. Activists going to war for black people with family. Always got his foot on the pedal, running with no energy. Keeping people at a higher level with his empathy. Call him when you need him. He been an angel, but he had to work for his freedom. And his wings spread for his kingdom. And you know he gotta go to war when he sees demons. He been in them cold
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, we got guests in studio. We talking about just men's health. A great conversation today from the brothers in the studio. Hey, I'll say this. When we talk about men's health, when we talk about mental awareness, this is a great conversation to have, Truth Nation, because right now so many men are suffering in silence right now, looking for just a way to kind of just let it out. So we got David Love from Risen Barbershop in studio, and we got Keon from Exotic in studio, having a great conversation about the men's mental health. But I got a question for y'all.
Okay.
Why do black men look at each other as many times as competition? It's a struggle, like many times when we have to work together and get things done. I mean, as a black man, I see it all the time. Like, and it's people that I don't even know that be saying wild stuff. Like, and I be just looking at them like, what? Like, I just can't,
Phantom the thought.
Hey, I'm like, first of all, I don't even know you. What's your name? Shake my hand. Like, let's do this. Let's get this out the way. My name, Tory Lowe. What's your name? I don't even know you. You got an opinion, but you ain't got an opinion about what's going on in the suburbs and in your community as far as competition. You don't see what people are doing in better ran communities as competition. And you look at me like, okay, I look like you, and you look at me like I'm competition. That's wild to me. Somebody help me out.
That's what that all boils down to the miseducation of the Negro.
Right.
It all goes back to get on some nine mark balls, breaking the chains of psychological thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's a person with the wrong mentality out the gate. You know what I mean? I could say that his brain was whitewashed, for lack of better words.
Social engineer.
Yeah.
That some people would say Willie Lynch.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna time in, but I'm gonna say hustler culture versus mental health culture. I say that's where we stand, right?
Yeah.
A hustler, right, thinks in the mindset that we would be considered hustlers, right? But a businessman thinks about a team and how he can work a team. A hustler thinks about oneself and how he can outdo others, right? And a lot of times that just shines on us in our community. So in the same token, again, we get broke down at that moment, because if we're not what we see of him, right, mental health starts right then, because insecurity starts. So let's time in and why we actually go against each other from the start, besides the Willie Lynch. The Willie Lynch laid it on, the pain, the struggle, and all that laid it on. But most of all, when I saw your car and you talked to me in such a way, you broke me down.
Like I was beneath you, because I pulled up with rims on.
There you go. So
wow. Like materialism, let me tell you something. By next year, that's gonna be old. Like the iPhone gonna be old next month.
You know what I'm talking about?
They're gonna put another iPhone out there. Like that's a whole culture that when I look at that whole, if I got Jordans on and you don't, I'm better than you. That's crazy. But that's what's going on. It's mental health.
Yeah, they had just showed on Facebook. This lady was driving past the bus stop. She was showing like a group of young guys jumped on this boy, was taking this coat, ripping it off. She was like, "I ought to jump out this car and get y'all right now." But it all goes back to the materialism stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they was young too. They was like about 14, 15. All of them. Could get hauled off into juvie.
Right. Well, this is what I found out during, I guess, in the middle of the tariff, when they was doing all the tariffs, and China was, Trump was throwing all them tariffs on China. China came out and said, "Hey, look, these the same bags that Louis Vuitton."
It let out everything.
It let out everything.
Yeah.
Like you paying $5,000 for just them putting the logo on there,
and we do it.
But we just made it for $20. Like, so order from us. We gonna give you the website to order from us. Order the same bag for $20. Like I just looked at it like, wow, when you caught up in the material world, we are just looking for brand names.
That's it.
That's it. We just want a brand name to make ourselves feel like we got status.
Yeah.
But really, the people that's really making the stuff, they laughing all the way to the bank with almost like a $500 markup on the product.
All day.
But we found that out recently when they exposed
the truth.
Then it went back to normal.
And the white man get paid off for all of that.
But they say Kanye West is crazy. No, they always call
right.
the smart one crazy.
Right. I'm trying to tell you. Like, it's just one of those things where we just have to make sure that we're understanding that we need each other.
There we go.
Yeah, that's
there we go.
And when you get to that point where you say, okay, I need my brothers, you start to kind of be an example of what you want to see, because you can't change everybody.
These conversations,
but you can change yourself. Yeah,
though, Tory. These conversations got to be normalized for us to really feel that type of closeness and that villageness, and then especially for the outsiders to feel like, you know what? Let me come back in.
Mm-hmm.
Let me come back in the village, because some people be feeling like a lone wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just because he hear voices in his head, or he got some type of thing or something going on that he think that you ain't the same, but really you got the same type of voices in your head about how you gonna pay that bill too.
That's true. Yeah. So a lot of things is we don't know where to share volunteer work at.
Oh,
right. The grind is crazy when we say a hustler versus mental health. It's a day-to-day, everyday, nonstop. So they say when a woman is raising children, she never has a break. A black man never has a break. Where is the break? Every day is a hustle. So we never get into a business mindset because we on the grind chasing, right? Not manifesting. Manifesting is just the thought, but now we can't act on it because we really don't have the support, right? If we're not the church, if we don't have a certain nonprofit, or if we're not of what they'll say they'll like to be a volunteer in our
part of the establishment.
There you go. So then there goes a decline, right? There goes another. Well, I knew he was going to fail. Well, I knew it.
Because I wasn't going to help him. They already know, because they not going to come together to help.
So my biggest thing is, one day I was talking to my father, and I asked him, I say, why do people sit on the sideline waiting to see what's going to happen instead of just going to assist to make sure it doesn't fail? Isn't that a community? You don't sit on the sideline to see what happens. You prevent it before it happens. You stops it before it happens.
Man, that's what we're doing right now.
That's it.
Hey, look. When we go run the break, and when we come back, I'm gonna give y'all last words. I'm gonna give y'all last words, y'all last thoughts on this mental health conversation. Powerful mental health conversation. Truth Nation. When we come back, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Need a way to hype up your day?
Hello, is this Shirley?
This is she.
Shirley, you are our Gruber 5K giveaway winner this quarter. Congratulations.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to look at buying me a pickup truck. That will be some of my down payment.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
I love you guys.
Coming with straight truth.
We can do anything when it comes to being organized, when it comes to making sure that we're active, when it comes to making sure that we're holding people accountable and making sure that we get something out of the deal. Y'all don't know how to make deals. Y'all mad at Donald J. Trump because he's trying to make deals or trying to say that he's the master of the art of the deal. Well, okay, what deals is you trying to make?
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time, I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we got some guests in studio. We got David Love from Risen Barbershop. And we got Keon from Exotic in studio talking about men's health, having a great conversation about just how to rationalize and deal with some of the emotions that we feel, some of the stressful ideas that we take on, and how do we come out of it and turn it into a positive. Hey, look, before we went to break, we was just talking about just the back and forth between the brotherhood, like the mistrust, the competition, but really together we're stronger together.
All the time. I think it's coming now. It is here, right? Our youth, right? We have a disconnect with the youth because they have zero tolerance, right? We need zero tolerance. In our age group, we had to be more meek and smooth, right? Whereas zero tolerance really wasn't in us. Then that broke us to where we became zero tolerance, right? So that was our crash out. All they need is us to hear them. Then we come together. If we hear them where they stand at, we win. But if we tell them what they need to do, they don't hear us. We lose. We stay in the same cycle of going down. That is mental health.
Anthony in the chat says, mental health is a spiritual health. The mind is a terrible thing to waste, but remember that we are multifaceted, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. A lot of our issues stem from the emotional.
Damn.
Yeah.
So we was just having a conversation right before we came back off a break, and we was asking about a crash out, or what was that other word?
Mental breakdown.
Mental breakdown. Mental health crisis.
A mental health crisis, and then we was talking about what was the difference in between the two. And how will we realize where we're at? Because I think David said, how will we realize where we're at? Then you gave a breakdown. And I say when the day you start crying by yourself and you start to vision things that once occurred and things that's happening now, this is the time. That would be before the crash out. That would be the time. And you were saying something, that's a different life cycle. Right? Because that's a different changing point. So when he just spoke about spiritual, so if you cry it away and it goes downward, it goes into the soil, right? So then that relieves some of the pressure. But when it gives the phone call to David and I give a phone call to you, I need you to be my pickup. I need you not to be my downer, but my pickup. So now
encouraging.
There you go. Now listen to y'all.
Well, the encouragement to me comes from like somebody that's mature. You know, I think that we all need mature men around us because sometimes people know how to put that battery in your back too. I mean, some people see you upset and be like, "I'll go do this, I'll go do that." You know, if I was you, I wouldn't take this. Woo, 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 woo. And next thing you know, you in jail or you done wild out. And now
they gone.
They gone. They they put that battery in your back, you know. And so when I try to talk to people, I try to make sure that we come with the more resolution of let's resolve the issue. Because and I became that mature adult to people that call me. I mean, I do it all the time, but I remember at one point I didn't know. I had to live a bit of life and understand more about life as I was growing up to really get to the point where, okay, this can be resolved in a different way. And then give them the actual way to resolve it, you know. But sometimes you get around people and they see you in a space, a vulnerable space, and they'll take advantage of it. So we have to make sure that we address those issues too as far as the village. We have to become resources for each other to thrive.
Hey, y'all remember in Boys in the Hood when, well, let me say this. Out of all them guys and Boys in the Hood, only one of them had a daddy that was really there, and that was Trey, right? Right. And we seen how Trey had turned out. You know what I'm saying? That father figure there, that's that person, or it could be an uncle or it could be an OG, but that's that person that's going to hold you accountable for your actions. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have, Doughboy ain't going to finna hold Trey accountable for his actions. Right. Doughboy, just like Trey, they like two peas in the pod, but you got to have that person with that wisdom who's been there, who told Trey, give me the gun. You know what I'm saying? Yo, because I know you finna go out here and crash out and do something stupid, right? True. Right. And so that all goes back to the village. Right. And the OGs been there, done did the 5 life cycles for mental health. Right. So we could tell when dude is on the verge of going down that ravine. So let me grab him. Pull him back in.
Oh, let me tell him the right way to handle that. Like, I see what you're doing, but try this.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes people don't know. So the only thing they know is you hit me, I'm going to hit you back.
Yeah.
Or somebody struck out at me, so I just only know how to strike back. But the maturity, this is like if you can get them past that stage where they can add problem-solving skills, you know, all them problem-solving mathematic problems they was taking in school, you know, if you got one apple and somebody took away the other, like you got to start using those problem-solving skills. And I think that many times we forget that, you know what, I feel angry, but many times I think we have to add that other component of, okay, where do I put this energy so it can have the positive outcome?
So, how to control them emotions.
Yeah.
So I would say in the beginning of it is like, I went blank on that.
It's okay. We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, it's how to control those emotions, because somebody had told me this. They said, look at a lot of the single parent households. A lot of the males in the households don't have a guy that could tell you how to control your emotions or how to structure yourself, what to do when you're angry or upset.
So, and you're absolutely right. I was starting off where I was going with it was you can't tell me nothing, right?
Like Kanye West.
Yep, you can't tell me.
And you see how he hit that in the hook.
Yeah.
Everybody go crazy because you can't tell me nothing.
And that's the biggest problem. Right. Can't tell me nothing.
It's that Tupac mentality.
You ain't my daddy. You ain't my brother. I don't know you.
Who is you?
Who is you? Huh? For real. I'm the person that walked in your shoes. You just didn't see me walk yet. But the biggest thing is playing position, right? Us understanding how to place a youth in a position now, right? You know, back in the day, they might have gave us something that what works best for them and what they knew how, and that was something to lead us somewhere different than what we didn't want to go behind bars. But now we're in a position to be able to place our youth in a place to where they know, they kind of got the grind, they kind of know the internet, they know a lot of things. So now it's just more or less, okay, young gentlemen, you don't have to go to the bank. Me and 10 other guys, we're going to put this money behind you and support you to open up this facility. But we seem yet to still not do that. But every other family and every other culture does that.
They do it on a daily basis.
You see what I'm saying? And it doesn't take much, right?
Everybody do a little, ain't nobody got to do a lot.
No, that's it. And then we all support and be volunteers. right? So then no one loses. But that's the main thing. And at that moment, we can start talking, and mental health will play a part. Because again, at that moment, we need the men, but then then the woman will be able to speak.
Well, I'll say
bring
this:
the nurture back into the house.
The divide and conquer. You look on the social media, and now you can't even go to the Cheesecake Factory. That's they saying that's a bad place to take somebody on the first date. Like, this is the confusion they want to keep going, so we can be arguing about petty things and losing when it comes to investment, stocks,
there we go.
Understanding how to get land, how to make sure that we got all of the right things, because we focusing on all the wrong things, because this is what's going viral. This is what's getting everybody attention. Oh, she said she don't want this type of dude. She don't want a brother that's riding the bus. Oh, and this, and things like that. So now we fighting off of this nonsense, and then you look up and we not really building. Because we're distracted by all of the divide and conquer strategies that, especially with social media.
I ain't building equity as people. Yeah,
man. So as we we're staying on topic, but when we speak about just mental health, right? Most geniuses are different. Most great players are different.
I agree.
Most entrepreneurs are different. Most people that can speak behind this microphone as you are doing are different.
Right.
They sit in a different place. A gangster is different.
Yep. We got different mentality here.
So is it really mental health, or are we not working on a part of where they're great at?
Well, I'll say this. If you don't have nobody to monitor what's great about you, like Tiger Woods' daddy saw, okay, he can hit that putt. Serena Williams, okay, well, for to take them out here with this tennis racket and see what happens. Like, you need somebody to sometimes, some of us were able to grow like a rose out the concrete.
That's true.
But what I'm saying is,
it's not
it would have helped out if you had an adult that was actually paying attention and kind of putting water and sun and growing you as you came along. And that would be ideal.
Nurturing.
But the reality is most of our community are single family, single parent.
True.
At 70%.
True.
So
true. So the next thing is, from what I'm learning and what I have learned from my mistakes, is when we allowed our children to make the decision, right? Because every great that you just named, their parent led them to that.
Yep.
Right? And that was what you would have said. He's overwhelming. He's too much. Why is he doing it? Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, all them people had a
Mike Tyson had Customato.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody had to come along.
Yeah.
And show you what to do. That's all I'm saying.
So then that piggies back off what David said. The male figure is needed, because all the time, whenever someone became a star, it was a male there.
The discipline.
Yeah.
Like he just said, when Tiger Woods did his thing, went on his drunk spell, and the couple of times that he did that, his dad was out the picture. So he ain't had nobody to hold him to a level of accountability. Everybody was on his nuts, like, oh, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods, Tiger Woods. So he just probably feel like, he could get drunk, and take care of his problems like that, resolve his problems. Because at the end of the day, Earl wasn't there to tell him, hey, boy, put that down. Well, you know better than this. Ain't nobody gonna regulate Tiger Woods because he was Tiger Woods.
Look at Kanye West without his mom.
Yeah.
Exactly. The crash out.
Well, I'm gonna give y'all final thoughts before we end this conversation on men's health, and I appreciate y'all for coming through. Powerful conversation.
Them two good examples too. The Tiger Woods and the Kanye West lost his moms, and them crash outs he been having and stuff.
Reasoning. Right, reasoning. So that was pretty much where we was leading off to, with reasoning. But coming back to mental health, right? You stated each one teach one, right? As we come together at the round table, we cannot lead a round table. You came into my store and you was like, what about this water and its frequency and its energy? About placing a bottle of water in here, because now I'm going into the spiritual realm, and I'm just going to just go with that.
Okay.
But then he was like, if you speak negative into something, into the water, and then you go to drink it, that is something you drunk. Now it's negative inside of your body, right? Transferring energy into a negative space when it's supposed to be a positive space. We can't jump from good to bad. If we're going to stay on good, let's stay on good. We use bad as examples, not as growth, and that's where we have a big problem in our thing. We always say, don't trust nobody. That is the wrong thing to tell your child. You have broke them then. To be aware is to be alive, but not trust. What if someone I walked up to and they was the best person ever, but my energy came off of not trusting and looking at them all crazy?
They gonna move on.
There we go.
I agree. I think that many times you got to stop letting negative, low frequency run the show. And when you let low vibrational ideas lead in your life, you're going to always end around drama or something tragic, ultimately at the end. And when you seek knowledge, when you seek better information, you know, only better things can happen. I learned when I was out in Iowa, I used to go by these farmers, and they was on always doing the stocks, you know, dealing with stocks in the back room. And so my friend would take me over his daddy's house, and his dad would always be in the back room on the stocks. He was a stockbroker. And so he was used to it. I wasn't used to a man being around doing stocks and stuff like that. I'm used to hustlers, but I wasn't used to stockbroker ideas. So I would ask Luke to take me by his house, and I would develop a relationship with his dad. And his dad eventually, after about 6-7 months, started, hey, you know, where Tory at? Bring Tory. Let me show Tory this. Let me show Tory that. So, like I said, like we gotta fight to get around the real knowledge, because what they teach us, basic, it's just survival. So we got to work to get to that real knowledge. Yeah.
I want to say this too. I had an Asian brother in my job tell me this one day. He said, David, we was both parting ways, right? And he said, take care of yourself. And I was like, okay. When he had told me to take care of myself, I just looked at him and kept on going. But he grabbed me. He said, too many people take that too lightly. When somebody tell you to take care of yourself, you know what I mean? Take care of yourself, because there's only one you. And right now we express on how black men need to deal with pain more better than how they have been dealing with it in the past.
Well, I think we're getting there. Look at us sitting here right now.
Yeah.
Having these conversations over the airwaves.
There we go.
We never even talked before, but we was able to have this kind of conversation live, no rehearsing, and just talk about just mental health in our community. I think that's powerful.
It is.
It is. Again, as we stated before, hustler culture versus mental health. That is a heavy department.
We got the barbershop, and that's a safe space. You know, like I said.
Yeah, where's the barbershop at?
7800 West Appleton Ave, Risen Barbershop. Tonight we'll be hosting a symposium for men's mental health, and black health awareness.
Tonight?
Yeah, that'll be 5 o'clock. Yeah, but I'll be having refreshments there, you know, some chicken, soda, whatever. But it'll all be geared around mental health in the community and awareness tonight, you know. And we'll be having a round-table discussion where you come there feeling heavy, you're going to end up leaving there feeling light.
Light?
Yeah.
Light and full.
Light and full. Yep. And if things go right, you know, you might even get a haircut and lining on the house.
What? You hear me? Let me see if I do for a line.
Don't hold me to
that. Well, Dave Love, I appreciate you for coming through. Keon, I appreciate you for coming through. Exotic. Where's Exotic?
7800 West Appleton, right next door to the barbershop. I believe in health and wellness. Right, I'm a very spiritual brother. I come to heal the people.
How can they get in contact with you? How can people give y'all handles so they can follow y'all social media?
It's Exotic. At wow, it's Exotic. That's where you can follow me at. It's Exotic.
Online, on Facebook.
Online on Facebook. All over. I went blank, y'all.
So, where can they follow you?
You can find Risen Barbershop on Facebook, Risen Barbershop, or Risen on Instagram, or you can just come up there to the barbershop. We take walk-ins and appointments. 7800 West Appleton Ave. It's a nice, safe space where you come there, relax, family atmosphere, and we'd be glad to welcome you and patronize you and take your business.
Hey, look, thank y'all for coming through. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation is the best fan base in the country.
I won tickets last week on your show to see The Wiz. I just wanted to call and say thank you and say I appreciate you. I appreciate the show. I appreciate the station. That was a core memory that was made last night. The Wiz was an amazing performance.
We want you to tap into the talk and text line every show, every day at 833-212-1017. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we don't leave success to chance. We're designed for it. With strong support, high expectations, and a team committed to excellence, our educators turn belief into outcomes every day. If you believe every child deserves an excellent education, join Milwaukee College Prep. Apply today. Visit mkeprep.com/jobs.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your families tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Mama crying in the hallway, who gon' speak? She say, Tory Lowe. North side, south side, same pain, same tears on a different door. He the one they call when they can't breathe, when they can't take it anymore. Ever get Tory Lowe? He gon' ride when it's time, let the city know. Hey! From the hood to the front row. If you hurt, say the word, he gon' stand 10 toes. Ever get Tory Lowe? Every step, every march, he be in that snow. When it rain, when it cold. If you stuck in the dark, he gon' pull you on. Send him out by the lakefront, bullhorn. Voice cut through the breeze. Say a name on repeat. Got the baby marching in the streets. He don't talk like them suits talk. He talk like your cousin on the phone. Where you at? Drop the pin, I'm there. Never leave the people on their own. Advocate Tory Lowe. He gon' ride when it's time, let the city know. From the hood to the front row. If you hurt, say the word, he gon' stand 10 toes. Advocate Tory Lowe. Every step, every march, he be in that snow. When it rain, when it cold. If you stuck in the dark, he gon' pull you on. It's for the fan feeling
1017 The Truth.
It's for the
Tory Lowe Show. Hey, look, we've been having these great conversations about men's mental health. You know, the one thing I'll say about this is the time to restore the village, to repair the village. And I'm for it. I'm here for it. You know, it's a long time coming that brothers can sit there and just discuss a lot of the things that we've been going through. And we don't even have to be friends or anything. We kind of going through the same thing. And just to have that conversation live, raw on the air about men's health, black men's mental health, and all of that is just amazing. And that goes to show that the times are changing. Times are changing, and we're starting to make the connections and start to connect in different ways. You know, so like I said, I am so excited. I can't wait. You know, a lot of good people that came through the show today, a lot of powerful conversations we done had, but it's a couple stories, Truth Nation, that I got to get to before we get out of here on this Friday. Y'all ain't going to believe this one. A Milwaukee area landlord intentionally rented to drug dealers. This is what the feds is saying. He intentionally looked for drug dealers to rent to because he wanted, to make his property the trap house so he could get the perks. So he can get perks from the drug dealers. Like, you can't even make this up. You can't even make this story up. If you watch this rebroadcast live, we got some. Okay. Well, Andrew's still trying to pull a story up. But when I seen this story, I just felt like, how in the world is this going on? How in the world is this guy able to just say, hey, look, what did he ask the people? Oh, do you sell dope? Because I want to rent to you. I want to rent to you. That's crazy to me. Like that this is actually an actual story. This is a white man. We need Eddie. This is where you need Eddie to try to explain this. Because the thing is, when you look at, you think it can't get no ridiculous than what we seeing and hearing, it gets way worse. Who is, as a landlord, specifically goes out and says, hey, I want a drug dealer as my tenant? Wow. Hey, look, if you watch this, we broadcast live. We got the video. Do we got the video up, Andrew? Let's listen.
Yeah, hey there, Ben. Just want to kind of detail some of this as this investigation started last year, and starting last year, I should say, at least 4 properties were raided by investigators uncovering cash, guns, and drugs. But the scope and scale of the investigation is much, much larger. It involves Homeland Security, DEA, the state DOJ, West Allis Police, and other local law enforcement. And at the center of it all, prosecutors say, was local landlord Samuel Stair. You may have seen Sam Stair on Fox 6's airwaves before. He owns more than 150 rental properties through his S2 real estate company, mostly on the city's south side and suburbs. Now, prosecutors say Stair intentionally sought out renting to drug traffickers for using those properties as stash houses and trap houses. Stash houses storing the drugs, trap houses selling the drugs, alleging that it guaranteed him a steadier income than he would get otherwise from regular renters. Now, prosecutors say in some instances, the traffickers would manage rental units, find drug addicts to rent to, and if the addicted renters couldn't pay rent, drugs would be withheld upon payment. In some cases, prosecutors say money would then be put into bank accounts for Stair's legitimate business. Now, according to court filings, prosecutors say by January of this year, here's a map of just some of the properties that were raided as a part of this starting last year. Now, as of January this year, though, here's an idea of what prosecutors say was the scope of this investigation. They say nearly $225,000 as of January of this year, which made up nearly a quarter of rental payments, came from drug-associated properties. Now, this sweeping investigation involved the use of confidential informants, undercover agents, and wiretaps. And in one instance, prosecutors say Stair tipped off renters of a West Allis bar that Stair owned the property of. He tipped the renters off to that police were investigating drug activity at that bar. But at the time, the feds were up on wiretaps showing that contact that Stair was having with individuals associated with that property in near real time. Now,
wow, Andrew, like, this is where I need Eddie to come and see. Eddie usually call in on certain things, but like this man right here, this landlord, had different properties, tipping off the police. They didn't pay the rent. He would take the stash money because, he would make the house a stash house. This is like Power.
What a business model.
This is like Power, like 50 Cent Power, where, the landlord was renting to, the drug dealers and things like that. It's a whole organization going on. He was trying to tip the police off. They done had the wiretaps on him. They can make a movie about this. This could be an actual movie. This actually, this with at 50 Cent, we need to get him in contact with 50 Cent. Because this operation was going on for a while. And, Nothing in this space lasts long. Either you're going to end up dead or in jail. Like when you start dealing with the drug community, there's only two official outcomes that's going to happen. Now, I don't care if you're the landlord. I don't care who you is. When you're dealing with things like this and you dealing in this way. Now he got the mug shot. I wonder how much time he going to get, though. I wonder how much time they're going to give him. I would love to hear if he probably going to get like a tap on the wrist, like 2 years and probably 5 years on probation. And I wonder did the government seize his houses? Did they take his houses from him? Did they, possess his house? I didn't hear that. Did they take his house or not?
I did not hear that.
Maybe he had the houses in the irrevocable trust or something. I don't know. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay like that right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
In Milwaukee County, equity means making sure everyone has a real chance to thrive. That's why the Milwaukee County Office of Equity works to help remove barriers, strengthen community connections, and support fair access to opportunities across Milwaukee County. Want to learn what they do, explore resources, or find ways to get involved? Just search Milwaukee County Office of Equity online. Milwaukee County Office of Equity, advancing equity for all Milwaukee County residents. For more information, search Milwaukee County Office of Equity online.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
when Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
Go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much left because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part, knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. As BET's co-founder, Sheila Johnson has a ton of experience in media, but a lot's changed since she first got the black-focused entertainment cable network off the ground. Johnson spoke to Bloomberg about the state of media and what black audiences might be seeking out now.
I just think that the landscape and the racial landscape of what African Americans are watching is changing. And I just think that we have got such a broad perspective of people out there that want something different, especially this younger generation. So we need to reevaluate what are the goals of black media, and what are the answers? What is it out there that we need to answer?
According to Nielsen, just over 50% of black viewers feel there isn't enough content on TV from people of their identity group. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This is Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Xavier Spencer. The Milwaukee Brewers lost their series against the Tigers, losing yesterday's game 5-4. They now take on Paul Skeens and the Pirates at American Family Field this weekend. Matt Arnold on Scooball and Skeens.
We're going to have our hands full today as well with Tarek Scooball and Skeens coming up this weekend. So, we're going to have a tough road ahead for us. But the guys are tough. They're hanging in there. We've been a little inconsistent, but we have some guys coming back hopefully soon to help us out.
Tonight's game begins at 6:40. The Milwaukee Bucks have found their new coach, and his name is Taylor Jenkins. Jenkins, 41, was an assistant coach for the Bucks under Mike Budenholzer for the 2018-19 season. The Pack is back tonight at the NFL Draft with chirps of trading up in the second round. Mark Tauscher tells 620 WTMJ's Morning News.
Let's trade a couple. Let's get some more picks so that we can bring more guys in.
I'm Nazir Spencer, and this is the True Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Can you lift my spirit? Cause the devil trying to kill my spirit. Tory Lowe, can you lift my spirit? Cause my enemy can't kill my spirit. They can't kill my spirit. Tory Lowe, can you lift my spirit? Cause the devil trying to kill my spirit. Feeling myself two-step, then I do my dance. Advocate, take the charge, play your hand. All white like a swan, stepping with the sauce. With the pep in your step, yes you should've brought the sauce. Cut the check, say the truth, know I'm feeling better. I need to go to therapy and we could go together. They just opened up my heart, told them it was a drought. The enemy tried to tear me apart, it just can't happen now.
101.7 The Truth.
Middle fingers up.
Tory Lowe Show.
Middle fingers up. They thought they was doing good, now they in the
One of the brothers left a book here, Andrew. The book says, "Why do black men like big white women?" This is the book. David Gray, he wrote the book. And the back says, you know how they got the words on the back. He said that Dave brings together his personal experiences, cultural insight, and diverse friendships to tackle complex questions about love, attraction, and identity with honesty and reflection. The author sheds light on a subject often left in the dark, inviting readers into a conversation that is raw, real, and necessary. This is the book, if y'all look at it. Hey, and we may have to bring him back. We may have to bring him back for this. We may have to bring him back in just for this book. Why do black men like big white women? This is hey, it was a little treat. I think, hey, he signed the book for me too. To my brother Tory Lowe. I mean, I'm gonna read it. It's how many pages is it? 54 pages. I guess it didn't take much to explain it. It ain't a lot to explain. He just got right to it. We go figure this out. I'm going to read the book. I'm going to read the book on the weekend. Maybe I'll have him back on talking about this book.
We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Definitely going to try to get to the bottom of it. All right. Well, we got some stories we got to get to this Friday. Milwaukee Teachers Union protests job cuts outside district headquarters. Somebody say he'll be back once he covers his tracks. No innocent wannabe, but you know how they do. You know what? I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to just keep it moving. Somebody say interesting title. Milwaukee Teachers Union protest job cuts outside district headquarters. We got video on this. Let's listen.
Hey, time's up. What do you say? And how many hours have you got today?
It started on the sidewalk.
then moved to the street. Milwaukee Public Schools Teachers Union shutting down 3 blocks of Vliet outside district headquarters in protest.
We are the union. The mighty, mighty union. The mighty, mighty union.
They say there's a lot at stake.
It's our students and their futures and the future of our community that is in danger.
Earlier this year, Superintendent Brenda Cassellius announced she'd be cutting 201 positions to help manage the district's $46 million deficit. Cassellius calls them non-classroom positions, but the teachers union says that's not true.
She can't cut our students' art, music, physical education teachers, not our school guidance counselors.
As of Thursday, the union says they count 600 paraprofessionals who had their hours cut from 40 to 30 per week. Cassellius explained Thursday night some will bump back up to 40 based on individual school needs.
That will be worked out at the school level between our school principals and what the paras themselves want. Some paras don't want to move to that. Some paras do.
No.
Thank you.
Cassellius says though she's cutting now, she plans to add more than 80 teacher positions and more than 60 paraprofessionals next year.
All right. Well, Cassellius was just on Sherwin's show recently. So I guess that's if you want to go to YouTube, Sherwin's show. Sherwin Hughes had an interview. We should have some audio from that. It wasn't anything from it. Okay. Well, I'm just saying, like, this is where we at. And when you got a budget crisis going on, $46 million, you know, it's going to be somebody got to do the tough cuts. Somebody got to make the tough calls to try to balance that budget instead of kicking that can down the road. So I'm just sitting back with the popcorn because I remember when we tried to do like the recall and try to help do all of that with MPS and try to gut it out from the inside out. A lot of people sat back and didn't get involved. So now with all of this going on where they got to make the cuts, I'm just going to let it do what it do. I got the popcorn and the soda. That's all. I mean, I would love to talk to the superintendent on my show because I'm going to try to figure this out. I mean, the teachers union is protesting. You know, what's she going to do? I mean, like, you got to make the tough choices. When you are given a bad budget, everybody ain't going to like the cuts that's being made. And she's got to make up for $46 million. Okay, well, it's going to get nasty. Some people going to fall into the cracks. But if you got to balance the budget, hey, here we go. I want to head over to Franklin, Wisconsin. They say 4 men charged in Franklin Gentlemen's Club human trafficking investigation. This is something that happened this week while we was discussing scams and things like that. We had a lot of different conversation with a lot of people coming in. So this is a story that I wanted to get to before the end of the week. Let's see what's going on in Franklin, Wisconsin. Once again, 4 men in a Franklin's Gentlemen's Club under investigation for human trafficking. They showed up to court, Truth Nation. Let's listen.
The safety building in Milwaukee. I was in court Friday morning when all 4 men who were at the center of a multi-year human trafficking investigation appeared in court. Police have tied On the Border Gentlemen's Club in Franklin to this investigation. Brian Hopkins, Jimmy Durant, Maurice Russell, and Dantavia Rule were arrested last December. According to a criminal complaint, Durant, Rule, and Russell are accused of trafficking multiple women who worked at On the Border. They are in custody and pleaded not guilty. On Friday, their defense asked for more time to review evidence. Meanwhile, Hopkins, the general manager of the club, is out on bail. He faces a felony charge of keeping a place of prostitution. I tried speaking with him after court on Friday.
Mr. Hopkins, are you interested in speaking at all? No comment. The allegations against you are pretty serious. No comment?
Hopkins is due back in court in July, and the 3 others will be back in May.
Hey, they turned On the Border into a human trafficking situation. And they got busted for it. Like I said, I'm happy that we cracking down on a lot of this stuff because, like I said, a lot of these young girls, a lot of these things going on, they said that Milwaukee at one point was a hub for human trafficking. You know, so You know, we got to make sure that when they bust these people, we got to clear it all out, gut it all out. Gut it all out. Hopefully these people get a lot of time, and on the border need to take a hit too. Maybe it's time to close down on the border. Maybe they too close to the border. Maybe this is why they made the run for the border. Hey, all right, well, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I travel all around the world, Dr. Ken, and when I tell you, based on my experiences, this is like the #1 country that cares. Like, everything is about money. Yep. Everything.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
I've told people in the past, you have to be careful of what you complain about and what you use as a tool, because other people will take it and use it in the wrong way.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
At Milwaukee College Prep, we don't leave success to chance. We're designed for it. With strong support, high expectations, and a team committed to excellence, our educators turn belief into outcomes every day. If you believe every child deserves an excellent education, join Milwaukee College Prep. Apply today. Visit mkeprep.com/jobs.
Walk in for a suit, walk out with 2. It's buy one, get one half off throughout April at Nick Avani's. Suits, blazers, hats, jeans, and more. Everything you need from a hands-on team that styles you from head to toe. Find a suit, add shoes for half the price. Land the perfect 2-piece set, now add a vest for 50% less. Prom, weddings, galas, whatever's on your calendar, now's the time to stop in to Nick Avani's. 2nd floor at Mayfair Mall across from AMC. Buy one, get one half off throughout April at Nick Avani's. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Nation. Join the Milwaukee County Office of Equity on Saturday, April 25th at 10 a.m. for the Story of Wealth exhibition at the Wisconsin Black Historical Society. Discover how policies have shaped financial opportunities in Milwaukee and learn how we can break down barriers to success. Hear from a powerful panel and check out keynote speaker James J.B. Bell. This event is free to attend with food provided, door prizes, and great music. So make sure you get there early. And so you think you're going to use those old chemicals just sitting under your sink in the garage or down in the basement? Probably not. So don't let them sit there. Get rid of them right away. Take hazardous waste to MMSD's home hazmat drop-off centers. It's safe, it's easy, and it's open to Milwaukee County residents. Plus, there are 3 locations open year-round. For hours, locations, and a full list of what you can bring, check out mmsd.com. Let's clean Milwaukee up. All right, look, let me tell y'all something. This is a story that we probably teased like 3 or 4 times this week.
At least.
But we never could get to it because we had guests. We had a lot of things going on. But I've been trying to get to this story all week long. So let's get this story out there. Husband and wife accused of stealing $400K from Masonic Lounge. We talked about fraud, people scamming. Well, here we go. Another husband and wife duo. They took the money from the Masonic Lounge. If you watching this, we broadcast live. We got the story. Let's listen.
Crane towers over the corner of Lake Drive in Silver Spring as workers build Sendik's grocery store expansion. And tucked away on the other side is a parking lot, what was once the home of George Washington's 1776 Masonic Lodge. Over the years, it hosted community events like Easter egg hunts. But this past fall, it was torn down. The lodge sold the property to Sendik's for $2 million. Part of the sale was Lodge Secretary and Treasurer Tyler Christopete.
State of Wisconsin versus Tyler Christopete.
On Friday, Christopete and his wife, Katie, appeared in a Milwaukee County courtroom. Both were given $10,000 signature bonds.
I think the amount of money here that's allegedly been stolen is significant, so I think that's appropriate.
Prosecutors charged the Muskego couple with conspiracy to commit theft and launder the money. Of the $2 million sale of the Masonic Lodge property, $675,000 went into a lodge account. Prosecutors say just days after the closing, the money started flowing into the Christopete's own accounts, totaling more than $470,000.
Wow. Now, it just seems like to me, every time people get around a lot of money, they want their piece of the pie. They just want to get, they say, oh my goodness, this is, I found a way that we can put this money in our bank account. Or, we can fraud the system. We're going to stick it to the man. You know what I mean? This is what every I don't care if it's politicians, if somebody see a lot of money, if they ain't used to having a lot of money and they have access to the money, it seems like 9 times out of 10, they're going to try to stick their hand in the cookie jar. That's crazy. Like, I mean, you don't think that people was going to find out that you was, you got to do, you selling the building, it's bank accounts, it's all kinds of stuff going on. But they said after they sold it, they started moving the money around. So we do this story like multiple times a week, right? Somebody stealing. How many people are getting away with it? If we're doing a story a week, 2 stories a week. Or are we just talking about the ones that got caught? Exactly. Like now, if I was somebody who made any big sale of the last 2 years, I'm double checking everything. Mo the Elephant tripping in the chat. He tripped. He said, "Come on, Tory, we cannot say no when God sends a gift our way." Hey, look at God. We got access to all this money. I mean, hey, somebody said 10 times out of 10. Barbara says 10 times out of 10, somebody might steal. Here we go. Also, let me go down. I wanted to get this South Florida story out the way, too. Woman accused of racist assault of black mail carrier in Miami. Went crazy on the black mail carrier in Miami. Let's head down to South Florida for this story. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
Surveillance video captures the moment right before police say a woman tried to run over a mail carrier. The SUV makes a U-turn, then you hear it speed off, leaving a trail of dust. Moments later, police get to the scene. Another video shows the mail carrier near her truck after calling for help. Police say the woman behind the wheel was Lourdes Portuguese, who is now in jail on 2 counts of aggravated assault. Police say the 34-year-old attacked a postal worker delivering mail to her home and called her a racial slur.
She had no reason to be mad at this mail carrier. She was just doing her job.
Tuesday afternoon, police say a black postal worker was delivering mail to Portuguese's home on Northwest 18th Place in Miami when the suspect's son approached the victim to get the mail. That's when the suspect allegedly yelled at the child, saying, quote, "We don't talk," to N-words. The police report states the victim said she was just trying to do her job when Portuguese then grabbed a water hose and sprayed the victim. Police say the postal worker ran in fear for her life and called 911, but things got worse.
When she gets into her vehicle, she tries to run over the mail carrier, not once, not twice, but 3 times.
What? Investigators say Portuguese then threatened to shoot her.
As we're getting to the scene, she tells the mail carrier, "I'm going to go into my house, I'm going to grab my gun, and I'm going to shoot you."
Police say the victim wasn't hurt.
serious?
Surveillance video shows officers on scene. Witnesses say Portuguese kicked and screamed as she was arrested, but say they're not surprised by what happened.
She was yelling, telling her, don't grab me, get off me.
This isn't the first time the cops has come to the house, to their house. It's happened many times.
Portuguese was arrested last year for battery and in 2024 on drug charges.
Oh, wow. She the scum of the earth, messing with somebody that has a decent job. This black woman got a decent job as a mail carrier, and she the one with the criminal history trying to talk crazy to the black woman. Wow. Wow. Trash. 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 She the one got the history of drug dealing and all this extra stuff on her background, but yet she's messing with a woman that's making an honest living delivering her mail, calling her all kinds of. You know what? Let me end this on a positive note. Let me end this Friday on a positive note. I guess if you call the city and you say where the potholes at, they may pick them up. They saying that they gonna fix the pothole. That's what they saying. Marquise is in the Talk to Tech says he's saying that they gonna fix the potholes if you call in. Where he say that at? Okay, he said end the show on a happy note. Talk about they gonna pick up clean the potholes up if you call it in. Oh, here we go. You can end your show on a good note by letting everybody know that I seen a patch crew out in full force on Hampton fixing the potholes. Hey, that's where we gonna leave it. That's where we gonna leave it, Truth Nation. Hey, look, I appreciate everybody that joined the show. Salute to everybody in the chat. Another powerful chat all week. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. We gotta do better. We gotta do better with being empathetic toward each other. We had a great conversation on men's health. Salute to everybody that called in and talked about the topics all week. Look, y'all have a fun, safe weekend. Y'all enjoy yourself, and I'll see y'all back here Monday. Keep your head on the swivel. Green don't always mean go, and look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you, Dr. Ken Harris. Up next.